not just football as we call it, the camogie, the basketball, the volleyball, badminton.
Big on sport, right?
Whatever it is, he sees the value of it, which I give out a lot about, away from the actual game, what it gives to people, not when they're playing, but confidence, mental health, well-being.
Release, Davey, isn't it?
And camaraderie.
That's a lovely support mechanism to have, though, isn't it? As well?
Unbelievable.
To have someone like that.
Poppa. What'd you say there?
Mechanism.
Support mechanism. Just we're going live now.
He's on video now. He has to be seen.
He's a rapid jazz.
Seems to be intelligent.
You even know yourself, don't you?
He's delighted.
Anyway, we also have Damien Ragan with
The
us.
only one as well as dictionaries, Podge.
It's the size of me, it's all about 50. The encyclopedia is all it. Damien with us as well. Excellent player, very talented player. Multiple underage honours with Southend and Evergreen, and played League of Ireland with Kilkenny City for 2 seasons. 2 McCalmont Cups, 3 Shields of Freebooters. This is nuts. Scored Ireland's fastest goal at 6 seconds in 2005.
Yeah.
You can't just stare and say that.
To make it worse, I bet it 2 years later and wasn't
counted.
counted. Yeah.
What's it?
6 seconds.
Yeah, shot straight from the tip off. I don't know if it's actually still.
For Ireland, who though?
No, that was for East End. That was playing
for East End?
Yeah, East End, yeah, playing in the
But you had a
junior
couple
league.
that year, sub 10 seconds. hadn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Yeah.
that
How do you
year,
know it's the fastest?
It was done and everything. The whole lot was in the Star, Sun, all that kind of crack.
Was it Guinness World
Newspapers and all
Records?
that. I think so, yeah, for the Irish.
Go
No,
away.
how hasn't? I don't know. Maybe if it's still, but 2 years later,
Who was in goal? Wurzel Gummidge?
I won't mention the chap. 2 years later, we were playing again. I was going back to my own club, Stonyford, and same thing. Looked up, and goalkeeper was stretching. He was down, hands down on the ground, and hit it straight away. And
Just the start of a half, or was it at the
first
conceding
half,
goal?
first half
game.
tip off. Yeah, anything else is counted as a minute after that. So even if you did it start of the second half, it still counted as the 45th or 46th minute. So you have to do it the very first shot.
Action
So,
of the game.
yeah. So this poor fucking goalkeeper was down stretching anyway, and he was down stretching. Next to me, he looked up and he was about to go back, and next to me, he seen the ball coming just straight and over his head. But the ref put that one down as one. We went to him and we said, "How quick was that?" And he said 4 seconds. And we were all jumping around and laughing, going, "That's after beating him
Beating
again."
your record, yeah.
But he put it down as 1 minute. He didn't put it down as 4 seconds, so it counted as 1 minute and not 4 seconds. So I've done it.
You have the record still, though.
Yeah, I've done it 4 times.
Successfully.
Yeah, just straight from the tip off. Yeah, like it got to a stage where you'd had to leave it for a couple of years because every time there was a tip off taken, everyone's like, "Whoa!"
Still lads line in the goal.
Start with 4 goals.
Flying V. Make the goal. Unbelievable. I
Goldberg,
didn't know when you sent me on the stat. I didn't know if it was like, because the next thing is you played 6-a-side with Ireland.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
was thinking 6-a-side, that'd fit there, right? A quick goal. Yeah. But no, that's nuts. Well, fair play. Congratulations. Do you have anything to verify it?
Yeah, I still have all the cutouts from the paper and all that
it's
crap
not
and the whole
verification,
lot.
no
Like,
medal,
what do you want?
I want someone from Guinness to say, here.
Here's the pint.
Yeah. They can drink this one in 2 seconds. He played at 3 European Championships and 2 World Cups. How did he get picked for Ireland 6-a-side? Because I tell you, I mentioned in one of our episodes, I would have fancied myself to be on an Irish small-sided 5-a-side 6-a-side.
Yeah, it's mad. It's a complete.
Look at his face.
Well, he said Goldberg, so is it a nice hockey thing?
Yeah.
But
wrestling one.
yeah, no, the 6-a-side it's mad. Like, you know, everyone in Ireland goes out to play 6-a-side like you're playing 11-a-side, but it's just a completely different sport. It's more like basketball.
Yeah.
It's up and down stuff.
The ball doesn't stop moving,
Kind of
does it
thing.
not?
Yeah, it's just,
the foot
and then you'd
stuff
like when we went to play, like other countries are just.
Is it futsal, Damien?
No, it's basically soccer, but like if you go and everyone goes to play 6-a-side here, they play it like 11-a-side.
Gotcha.
Like, you know, your one lad will stay up front, you'll have your say 2-2-1 or whatever kind of thing. But that, a lot of it is 2-3 and kind of like that, and your striker goes up and then drops back into midfield when you don't have the ball. Everyone moves together.
Use of the subs is massive in that, is it?
We won a few of us from Kilkenny went down, and we won an Irish championship down in Limerick. I don't know. That's 10 years ago. Yeah, it was in the grounds of UL 10 years ago. Yeah, and we, as the winning team, we were picked to go on, and then there was a few players added to it and stuff like that. There was a couple of boys from Nina that were added to it as
Is
well.
it FAI affiliated?
No,
No.
that's the biggest problem with it. So everything you do is
Self-funded.
Yeah, and it's an owner. There's a fella, Thomas Sindler, I think is his name, down in Cork, and he's a Polish fella, but just loves all the stuff with Ireland. He does it. They organise championships all over Ireland for different tournaments, and that backs it and pays for it. Boys are only back from, I think it's United Arab Emirates. They were there before.
yeah.
They were there in November at a World Cup there.
Where did you travel to?
Montenegro, Crete,
The Worlds you were playing?
Budapest. The Worlds were in Budapest,
That's
and
disappointing, isn't it?
yeah,
LA or
no, that
something
we were
like
supposed to be in Mexico. And
away.
it was cancelled. There was a big shooting at one of the airports or something like this,
It's
and
a
then they
strange thing for Mexico
couldn't.
to happen,
Yeah, yeah.
They thought you were coming through.
They couldn't say verify your safety kind of thing, so it was changed back to Budapest, and kind of a lot of things happen with them. It's some of them do it, and then tournaments end up being shite because they're last minute
I hear
stuff.
you.
Like the time we were in, the very first one I went to was in Montenegro, and
Yeah.
that was supposed to be in Israel at the time, and then war started in Israel. Broke out again about 10 years ago.
You're not seeing a pattern here, no?
What with me?
Everywhere you were going before war now.
Is it indoor or outdoor? What is it?
Mainly outdoor on Astro. Usually purposely
Outdoor
built.
and Astro, right?
Yeah,
Cages, like big, small.
purposely built 3,000 seater stadiums. The best one I was at, we played in Crete, and it was on the beach, basically the state. So if the ball went out over one side of the pitch, it'd land on the strip in Crete, and if it went out over the other side, it was in the sea.
Be
Like,
gone, would you? Down to the beach.
Yeah.
Throw over the short.
but that's the thing. Like you're at that, you're up and down, you're at games.
But is it a professional sport in its own right?
No,
In other countries, no?
no.
Futsal
I'm not
is massive, isn't it?
Futsal
Futsal
is
is huge,
huge.
yeah.
Yeah, like.
Falcao come from futsal, right?
A lot of Ronaldinho plays a lot of futsal.
When we played in Crete, one of the boys that won the Euros with Greece played on the Greece six-a-side team. Like,
Oh, yeah.
And is it done like a World Cup or it's groups? And then
yeah,
you go-
yeah. Groups. So you get out of your group, and
Did you get out of the group?
no, I don't think Ireland have ever got out of group. The last time I was there, I was player manager, and we bet Pakistan, and we bet someone else. Can't remember who it was. Scotland beat us, and Mexico beat us. We finished third in the group and didn't get out of it, but constantly building. There was a fella here in Carlow a few years ago. He was the same thing like we were talking about earlier. Lads in the college. He played with Collection, Dragos.
Oh, yeah.
the
Winger, yeah.
He was in was that Crete? No, it was Budapest.
Good player,
Which is
that
as well,
chap.
yeah, very good, yeah. Like, but a lot of the Eastern European boys, they're just miles ahead in the six-a-side stuff and everything that.
That's down to
What we could learn
the way
from.
they're brought up, though, coaching.
Well, it's even at that as well. They have a lot more.
I think
He's
he's
in.
in Poppa.
He's in Australia.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's in Australia
I
or
think
somewhere
he's
now
left
at the moment.
somewhere,
Yeah, we're still in contact with him now.
But see, when they're young, it's I always use this word. It's 1,000 touches minimum.
yeah,
If you go into them, you're given the ball and you have to master that thing.
they live a lot more indoor and stuff with the weather and all over
Yeah.
there and everything and the whole
Yeah.
lot. So
They're super
you
tiny,
know,
right?
brilliant stuff, though.
I think when we finish it, can we finish your intro?
Yeah. Getting involved.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah. Carl 35's player of the year last year, right? Or 2 seasons ago?
2 seasons ago, I think. It was
You
this
won a
season
double.
now,
You
yeah.
won a double with Bridge. Biggest achievement, surely. Never mind the World Cup. You win player of the year in Carlow. Fair play to you.
It's one of the best awards I was ever at, I have to say.
Was
to
it
be
good
fair
night,
to
yeah?
the boys. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing like that down in. Look, I'm not here to fucking
No.
talk shite to Carlow or
No,
fucking
we are
whatever.
here,
Like,
yeah.
you know, but it opened my eyes to a lot of things. The way Carlow's run, the way Kilkenny is run, stuff like that. Like, I consider Carlow's run much better by the way. That awards night I went to, I thought it was absolutely
We
brilliant.
used to have that kind of a night. Used to be brilliant.
Oh, he was at
Yeah.
them, sure.
Used to be brilliant.
Not anymore.
No.
Nothing. Barely get the,
Secondary, big time.
barely get the
secondary
players to
injury.
turn up to him now.
Yeah. Getting the players turn up now is a hard part.
You know-
One time league champions. didn't
That's
turn
not
up to
right
pick
though,
up
is
the-
it?
No, it's very disrespectful to the league.
Absolutely,
Very
yeah.
disrespectful.
Because
And
I say over the years, there's better players went through Kilkenny and just through Carlow.
Oh, yeah, and I
Make
tell
no
you, over
mistake
the
about
years,
it.
there's an
Do you know
awful
what I
lot
mean?
of better players in Kilkenny that didn't get to pick up trophies. The lads that didn't bother picking up trophies.
Yeah, I get you, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Lads who would have done anything to win a league title, and then lads who won one decided one night, we'll go on to beer instead.
Yeah.
I thought that was so disrespectful
Yeah.
to the, and I give out about
Everything.
things that I think should be done. No, I give out about things. I like things done right. If you're going to do it right. But there's nobody saying that the people in the league committee or whatever are not trying their best. So they should get respect, like. And I think
But they're not getting it.
I know an awful lot of people that don't, and I gives them stick. And but if I'm talking to them, I'll tell them straight to their face. It's not a problem. But I want Kilkenny soccer back.
But you know what it is, and we're probably jumping ahead, right? See, my take on that is, and I said this on one of ours episode, good few episodes back. For me, Kilkenny are in a position where the clubs are actually bigger than the league.
Well,
And that's why I think
That's an accurate statement, yeah.
Yeah,
know.
and it's not fair in the league. To be honest with you, now the new league committee are in 2 years now. Was it a year and a half? 2 years.
It's about, yeah.
So they're probably getting settled now. And the top two lads in the league have had a tough year. One of them was very ill, and one of them had a devastating loss in the family. So that takes time to get over. Of
course,
and we felt very sorry for him. But there's things being done before these guys took over that the guys now are getting the rat off, shall we say?
Trying to get the grips with it as well.
You know, because there was things done before, like
that were inevitably going to happen when whoever came in. Like
B teams going into the same division as first teams. You know, this kind of thing.
I think that's crazy.
It's the only place in the world I'd say that does it. You know, and again, as you listen to me, it allows clubs to hold on to players. Like I was with Freeburg since we were born, basically. And 1 year, a coach didn't sign me. I was B team. I played a couple of games for the A team when they were stuck, but I was predominantly a B team player and had a great time playing it. But this year, this coach didn't sign me, and I had to go somewhere else. And I played somewhere else and really enjoyed it. Went over to Armaville and played with Armaville and really enjoyed it. And actually became a better player because I wasn't with my friends or my family or anything like that. I was off on my own.
but why weren't you signed, though, Dev?
Shit.
Yeah, but, no, to be fair, I don't drink or smoke. And
You had no excuse.
no, it's funny, but I didn't go to the pub after games.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know, and back then, it was like I wasn't one of the boys, you know.
Right.
And lads I'm friends with now, we went away on a trip to Cardiff, and when I went on the trip, they got to know me, but they'd known me years. But say on a nice sunny afternoon, I genuinely can't see the benefit of being in a dark pub where it could be down fishing or it could be off with the missus for a spin or walking the dog or whatever. Just my thing. And that kind of went against me for a little while, and then went off on a trip with a couple of the boys who didn't know me. We had a fucking unbelievable weekend. And from then, it was fine after that then, you know, but just your man, like your man just didn't fancy me, and that was it, like.
The opposite now, lads won't go to the pub.
No, honestly, we
I was just about to say
many
it.
times, didn't we discuss it?
I'm trying to do it with our local club there, trying to get young lads to come down. A lot of them have come through from youth. It's like, get together, know each other.
No.
Nothing. No.
See, the thing is, that
If you were a squad of 20, you'd be lucky to get half of them.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Lucky.
Like, I rarely drink as well, like, but even I was saying to boys, come down, have an orange. You don't have to have a pint.
Yeah. You can have a laugh in the pub.
Have a look, said, have a chat.
It's a time, though, lads. It's a different time. Anyway, I'm going to finish the intro, right?
Did you book 2 hours in it?
2 hours, yeah.
2.5.
2 hours. 2 longest hours of your life. 2 hours done by sundial. You won Division 2 with your home club, Stoney, for last year.
Yeah.
You've heard them for the last 45, and it's a massive welcome.
Yeah. Thanks very
Davey,
much.
Demi. Thanks for coming on, lads.
Cheers, lads.
What we're going to do first, Pop, we're going to go over a few results.
Yeah.
Right. I think there's only 3 recent ones. There was no games last weekend, Papa. Were you supposed to be out, Pop?
We were supposed to be in Ballon on Saturday night, yeah.
Oh, obviously, all
The
called
weather,
off.
yeah. There was only the one game on.
So 3 games from the 19th up until the 3rd of January. Pats, Newark, you're at it?
Yeah, I
Well,
thought
talk to me, Goose.
best team won, I think, on the day. They fed on, Newark don't have many weaknesses, but they fed on them in regards of, they had a good tactic to go on to the other centre half, not Dotsy, Dave Keaton.
Keaton, yeah.
Good player, but he's not Dotsy, and Dotsy reads it better. And your man pressed him really well. Callum up front. Great finish for the first goal, and then the second goal, Roy got a shout. It could have been dealt with better, but I think he got a shout to clear it or something and landed at Neils, and it was a fantastic finish from Neils. Then you walk back into it, I think, did they? No, it was 3-0, was it?
3-0, yeah.
3-0, yeah.
That was at 2.5 half time.
2-0 half time, yeah. But in general, I thought Newark were really good. Newark, you could see what Newark were doing. They were interplaying. They didn't have an out-and-out centre forward. They had Keane Cleary started up front, and then Ryan had a shift up there, Dean had a small shift up there, and they had to replace each other in positions and all that, but they didn't have an out-and-out centre forward, where Pats did, and I think it was a difference on the night. I'd say it's the one position, if I would say anything, that Newark are missing is an out-and-out number 9. They don't have a number, like, the lads can do a job for you there, but they don't have a proper number 9. And to have you off, you have to have
It's
a proper
special-
number 9.
it is a
It's
specialist
you don't
job.
have to, a lad who's really good at that position. I think you don't have to coach him that well.
No.
They had a fella playing there when Dean Kelly was away.
Yeah,
Who was he?
Yeah, the man from
I used to see his name.
Mulhall, Cody Mulhall. He was excellent.
Where'd
He's
he
over
go?
Clonmunion in a tie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's,
from
he
over
was
that way, is he?
excellent.
Yeah.
Jay was
He's
the
from
one.
Shadbelly. Is he from Shadbelly?
I don't know where he's from. I know he plays a Clonmunion in a tie. He's still
yeah.
playing.
Yeah, he's
He's
dynamite,
excellent
yeah.
player.
I don't know. I would still fear no walk in general.
I didn't.
Was
I
that a
didn't.
shock result? Or
For me,
sure.
no.
no?
No.
I would say
Are Pat's going well? Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say a shock result, but you wouldn't be saying.
I was never
You
expecting
can, you can never say.
My
in
prediction,
Carlow
we do a prediction. My prediction was 2-0 Pats.
right,
And I was
okay.
laughed at.
You were left there. Yeah. I don't know who you
Who
are.
laughed at you?
Who laughed at you?
I won't make any comments pop it, but I say you had a sore jaw.
No.
No, I don't think expect is the right word, right? I think we knew where we are and what we can do. And we kind of play. If you're looking at the match, we record the games. I was sick. I couldn't go to the game. It looked like Noah hampered us in possession. It was like we were waiting. It was that mid-block low ball.
Yeah.
And then hit and you're playing areas. And look,
Possession
well,
is
a lad
great.
I wouldn't say they're finished. Like, do you know what I mean?
A lad
possession
who
is great, but
doesn't
if you're
know
not
soccer
scoring-
patch, standing on the sideline would say, Asher, you walk at all the ball. It was a tactic of Pat's to let you walk, have the ball.
Have the ball, yeah. And that is a massive
You
tactic.
I'll tell you, and everybody says it. You'll right off and you walk with your pearls. They'll still be there with the last kick of the game. Make no
there's
mistake.
no doubt about it.
Game,
But
the
what
ball,
have you
2
taken?
minutes to
What
go.
have Pat's taken over now? Have they got a big lift over it, or is it just?
Yeah, no, I suppose, yeah, we bet Yard, we bet Noah for the first time, I'd say since the last time I was a manager of the club.
Right, okay.
And that's 10 years ago.
Right, okay.
You taking credit for that?
No. No.
That's not what you said outside.
Yeah. What's that outside the podcast? That's the real me, right? Walking with cans in my hand. That's the real me. In here,
Smoking
we're
Benson.
faking. Yeah. No, I wouldn't take credit. I mean, I tell you the truth. The players we signed that came through the gate without being asked, we won the lottery. Let's be honest.
I said at the outside.
Yeah.
They're like the four, maybe 5 additions to that team who've gone into the team 11, and it's just like Pats are gone from.
There to there.
They'll always get a result on the day if they play well. No,
Pushing.
they can play bad and still get a result.
And that's what we
Like the
won for a lot
Parkville
of
game
games.
2 weeks ago. You can see the penalty with 10 minutes to go. Teams in the Pats that we played against and managed against, they were like, no, that's Pats, they'll go the other way now, other teams get outrun them.
Yeah.
They get busier then again. And it's a credit to Pats, but
Yeah.
look, there's lads in the team that these lads came in through the door, like the two boys, Niels and Rav.
Yeah.
They came from Villa last year, who got into the FAI Junior Cup semi
They're already coming from a good
Do you know what
standard
I mean?
and a
And
good.
then Callum obviously played a decent level up front, and then the centre half is really good as well. You got 4 really good players.
Lord,
Five-
did you?
Lord is playing.
Lord is, yeah.
Lord, he was
Lord
actually missing
didn't
that
play
game.
against Noah. He went back to Ghana,
home,
was it,
yeah.
or wherever he went.
Some player.
Very good,
Lord
yeah.
is a mystery.
Seen him playing
He's brilliant.
twice or 3 times, and I'm just like,
Very good, yeah.
Comes down to the training, pink Crocs, always late.
Yeah.
There's a fine system down there for the first time ever. It's created some gallery, lads. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
There was an incident where a player was late and he disputed it. And the committee, head of the fines committee, went in and got CCTV footage.
Yeah.
savage.
Screenshot it, put it in the WhatsApp group,
Deadly.
and seen a timestamp and said, you were late, you owe us it's only £2, really.
Yeah, I know, but
yeah.
yeah.
It's a bit of crack though.
Great
Jesus,
crack,
the
yeah.
crack it brings
Yeah.
in.
Very, very
But you
good.
have lads scrambling to get training.
Good,
Yeah.
yeah. And not paying me €2.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Get out of the car running down the
Yeah, it was fucking brilliant. In the ladies, on the Friday the 3rd, Poppa, Pats 2, Ballymurphy 3. And then in the men's, I didn't see this game. I know someone that was at Clash and Betvale 3-0.
I heard the reserve winners again. Vale were poor in the night, I think.
Heard they were poor. And it's a shame for
That's
Vale,
why I
but
wasn't at myself now, but
after going and giving Credit Yard everything they wanted of it, and then they don't go and get bet 3-0 in Collection.
yeah, well, Collection are going well. Like, they were lucky not to. I don't think New York is the only thing to beat them up there this year. If I'm right in the league.
Did they draw one up there? Did they? I don't know.
They
They're
were
going
draw-
well, yeah. They're going very well.
They took a last minute free kick from Dean Kelly.
Yeah.
They've played.
Funded them.
They've beat Parkville. Yeah, he's very good at them. Yeah,
You see the one he got against the Ulster competition?
down in
Oh,
Pats.
yeah.
Key Celtic, was it?
Yeah, down in Pats, wasn't it?
Ah, lads.
Crazy. The wind was blowing.
That's what he said. Wind assisted, he
Yeah.
said then. About
No, it was the other way. The wind was going
was
across
that
it. He
real?
curled it this way.
Absolutely outrageous.
He's top class, man.
Yeah, he's a good lad.
He's top class. Anyway, That's it. The only 3 good results. That's it for this week, lads. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having us, boys.
We have a few questions now.
Yeah,
Like
go ahead.
cracking. Obviously, you have a podcast called Kenny, and we listen to it. I don't know about Poppa, but I'm a fan of it. I like it.
Yeah.
I would have known you, Davey, from
Yeah.
being opposite sides of Freeboards down
Yeah.
through the years. I was only a chap.
That was a great time, though. Like, we had yourselves. Who else was in?
East End
Hanover
Machine
Hearts
winners.
were up for a while, you know.
Yeah.
The league was tough then, you know. It was really good. Like, going down to Pat's then, and you had Ross Towns in the middle of the pitch.
Yeah.
I always thought he was a
Pudgy.
fabulous player.
Gregor.
Greg. Today up in Greg put 1-1, was it? Or a couple of minutes to go.
We went 1 up against
1
you
up.
up in the fucking Fair
Fair
Green.
Green, and then young
There was
Murphy
us and you
Brothers.
two- and we get John O'Neill got the ball on the edge of a box. I'll never forget Clock O'Neill shouting at him, just drive it.
Yeah.
Gave it away. Boers up equalised 1-1.
Well, we won the league. They
Yeah.
didn't.
Boys won the league.
Yeah, and that was all in the last 5 minutes.
Oh,
wasn't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Yeah,
It's brilliant.
that was some game though. That was some
Yeah.
game.
But the Kilkenny League then, though,
was great.
Davey, was different level.
And what's the killer is the talent is still there.
Yeah.
But I would say a lot of them are fed up. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't fault Evergreen. Evergreen have been on a roll. But they would have went to win something outside, which they've never done. Freebooters now need to win a league, you know, but Bridge United are coming. They won the McCallum Cup last year. But it's there, but just need to, like I was saying just a few minutes ago, going back to what happened 10, 15 years ago, it's still having resonating now. Like, B teams up, one club has 4 teams. Now, Evergreen 46, in fairness, are a different entity, aren't they? They're just themselves, aren't they?
Well, they've 2 teams.
They didn't
in
start
the-
like that.
2 teams in the same division.
Evergreen 46, is that not Evergreen?
Evergreen 46 and Evergreen C are in the division that I play in at the moment.
And then you have Evergreen A and Evergreen B in the Premier.
So
Evergreen
there's
40.
4 Evergreen senior teams.
We
Yeah,
played
yeah.
3. We got Evergreen A in the in the Shield at the start of the year.
I remember,
We played
yeah.
Evergreen 46. We played Evergreen C, and then the week after we had Evergreen. And I was saying it wasn't fair. We didn't get to play Evergreen B at all.
And you know, you
Played a
can't
bit of
blame
friendly
them.
then.
You can't blame them because they're allowed to do it. And it's the same with Peter Higgins now. He's got pulled out in the draw, plays for Castle Warren and manages Freebooters. And lads are going, what's he going to do? It's not his fault. It's allowed to be done. So, you know, if you're allowed to do it, that's not your fault. But just a couple of little things. Now, I played B team all my life and I wanted to play Premier. Then I went managing. And, you know, when you're young, you don't understand the runnings of a club. Then when you see it how it affects people and, you know, at the end of the
You're
day...
like fucking Talladega Nights there at your
but,
hands.
but at
and
the
you
end of
come
the day,
down.
all over
Get
the
a
world,
box on this side.
all over the world, it's 20 first teams, a reserve team, you have your youths, and then you have your schoolboys. And if that's working all over the world, why can't it go back to working in Kilkenny? I don't understand it. It's not something I agree with. I don't like it. Like, then again...
Do them 4 teams play with the grounds of Evergreen?
Yep,
Yeah.
4, yeah.
2
But that's
Astros.
an average, right? That's an average. You think about it. There's not... I wouldn't say there's too many teams with 4 teams.
No.
That's
He
the
had
guts of...
three- He had 3 one year.
That's
Yeah.
roughly 80 players. Roughly.
Yeah, in one club.
If you say everybody had
Senior,
80
yeah.
to 20.
But you know
That's
what?
a big hit in other clubs.
And this is where...
That's what
this is
makes
where I'm
other
going.
clubs
You've
weaker,
listened to me
like.
and-
Thomastown had 3 at one stage as
and,
well.
and
didn't
we
they?
and
didn't
Freebooters
actually,
had and Freebooters had 3. So
They did have 3,
I'm
yeah.
not picking on Evergreen. Freebooters done the same.
Why do you only have 1 now?
Yeah, because they all... Yeah. And this is good. We had a brilliant B team
Thanks,
last year.
Davey, for that segue.
They're all gone. Manager fell out. Players went off elsewhere. Right? But as you were saying, if you want your league to be strong, so you were saying, Pat, have you a B team? Second team?
Yeah.
Right. So you 2 squads and then there's 5 other lads 6 other lads, and they're not going to play. What do you do? Get in another 12 lads to have a third team, or do they go and play somewhere else? They go playing somewhere else, probably get some experience, learn how to play the game. Then you see him 3 or 4 years later, Jesus, Poppa's after coming on a bender, let's bring him back and put him in the first team.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be. This thing of, we go to schoolboys and we have teams we have an A team, a B team, a C team, a D team, a white team, a blue team, a green team. For fuck's sake. I know one club in Kilkenny in one season lost their whole under-14s and their manager to another club. Now, people are going, oh, but they all went. The gap that left in that club was, I don't think it's been fixed since, has it really? It's only coming around now.
Say so, yeah.
Who was it?
The Fort Rangers. And they were a good...
Were they strong juvenile, yeah?
Where did they all go?
I can't remember what club they went to. You could say it there.
I think it was Freebooters, was it?
Was it? No.
Was it?
No, it was the other. What's the other team up there?
Dunno, go on,
Yeah.
tell me.
St. John's.
St. John's, yeah.
Or Canis's.
But like, you're looking at St. John's now. We had the chap from St. John's.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's trying his best and he's a good lad.
Yeah,
and,
John, yeah.
But he has the bare minimum. He's trying to get a ground. And,
Yeah.
you know, he's a family club. He's nearly doing it with his family on his own.
Yeah.
Why should he have to come up against 4 teams if he gets a run in some out of one club?
Yeah.
It doesn't go on anywhere else in the
But
world.
I'm going to bring it right
How
back.
many
right?
divisions is in Kilkenny?
3, isn't it? Premier first.
4.
Yeah, 4.
You have the volumes. Like.
So is
Yeah,
it,
the teams are
are they
there.
in different tiers?
No.
Yeah.
No,
So it's not.
But Poppa, here's
Two
how
and two.
here's how the
So
Evergreen
there's
thing
two
starts.
Evergreen teams in one division.
2 in my division, and there's 2 in the Premier. There's
But
no
we
one in the
were
first
in
and no
Kilkenny
one
when
in the
that
third.
started, Davy, right?
Yeah, that's right, you were, yeah.
And what I remember being at the meeting actually with Tom Hennessy,
Yeah.
and this is proposed, and what was said is, you'll have to change your name if you want to, because they won the first division, right?
Correct. Yes.
You have to change your name
Yeah.
if you want to join the Premier.
Premier League. And have your own
The
committee.
club should have said then, no lads,
Not going.
you've just said it. Take your strongest into the first team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what is? See if that had been stopped right then, you wouldn't be playing Evergreen 3 weeks in a row.
And it's not their fault.
No,
Do
absolutely
you know
not.
what I mean? And it's not the incumbent league now. It's the boys that went before,
yeah, before,
and they
yeah.
got bullied into it at the time. To be honest,
But sure, we don't even go to goal difference in the league. We go to a playoff.
or to playoff.
Just so do we though. We don't do goal difference now.
But sure, even when I came to play 35s, I couldn't believe it. That I could look on the website and see who was top goal scorer.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. We don't have nothing like
No,
that.
yeah, that's right.
It's on
yeah.
the Connect now.
Yeah.
It's mad.
And the thing about it is, I'm here complaining or whatever, giving my opinion.
We haven't even asked a question yet, Papa. You know,
Yeah, I'm
this
not
is
here for
brilliant,
that.
isn't it?
This is not
I
happening.
haven't got the
please.
time now
Close
to
the
go and help the
book.
KDL. But it was probably something that I would have liked to do, but I haven't got the time.
Where would you see yourself
If I was
to join the KDL?
if I joined the KDL,
Punisher.
I'd love to be in charge of what teams come into the league, because I would just tell them no.
Registration.
Yeah, I would just say no. 2 teams in the Premier, no, sorry.
Do you think that there's
And
a...
I'm not joking. Yeah, I would literally say
There's never
that.
been a case like that in Carlow where there's 2 teams in the
Listen,
one club
you
in
know-
the same division. But there was one year I know it came close where there was a team going well in the first division. Pats, it was Pats, but they didn't get there in the
Before
end.
COVID.
Yeah,
They would have won.
they would have been. They would have
They
won
had
it,
it for years.
Yeah,
Like, and I remember.
and I don't think
at the
the
stage I
Carlow
was,
League was ready for it in regards of they had
Yeah.
to change their name.
But we
because-
won't put our B team into the Carlow Cup.
Yeah.
What's the point? It's a one club competition.
Correct.
And the best players from
Playing
B&A playing it. Same as the Shield, same as the other competitions.
Sure, you know Casey McKellen.
Well, the Shield is a club competition, but
Oh, is it? You can't put 2 teams in the Shield.
no, you
Yeah.
can't put 2
He,
teams in the
um,
Shield.
the same
Sorry,
as Kenny,
Paul.
Ballymun manager was great friends with Sean in the army together. When this happened, he rang and he was laughing on the phone. Sean, he told me this is a joke.
Go
He
ahead.
says, no, he says that. And he was actually laughing. Like, it's fucking crazy stuff.
Yeah,
Crazy stuff. I wouldn't do it in the Congo.
But sure, ye had Freebooters B were
Seriously.
top of that
First
first division. I don't know how many years in a row.
But we
then
never
whoever
went
was
up.
second and third,
Yeah, no,
second and third went up.
They just continued to win
And
it.
they can do.
yeah.
But Crit Yard were the same.
That's
Years
the
and
point I'm
years
trying
ago.
to make.
Crit
Yeah,
Yard's the second team. I think won 2 or 3 first divisions in a row. Back in the day.
But didn't go up, and correctly so.
Didn't go up. Surely.
And the thing about it is, at the end of the day, and the thing is with schoolboys, you want fair competition. And I have a terrible problem with somebody bringing their kid out somewhere because they can get a cup of coffee and sit in their car, rather than having their young lad playing at a higher standard somewhere else where maybe you can't get a cup of coffee.
yeah. Well,
back
I
over
massively
the week.
disagree with that. If a team wins it,
Yeah.
whoever finishes second and third goes up.
Yeah.
They're obviously not good enough to win it. So
Yeah.
how can they be
Where
promoted?
yeah, it's
But that's not good enough.
That was the complaint at the time.
That's
surely,
that's miles off.
surely the logic. This is brilliant. This is their first one. There's lads outside making singles there. Sure, landing planes up in the airport. I swear to
Say they were
God.
telling David to come back to the mic.
Yeah,
I was
is that what
going
they're
walking the
saying?
dog there. I'd say.
But there's the logic is it's not that you can't go up.
Yeah.
You can go up, but this is your second team.
Yes.
So why would you put your second team right? Do you know what I mean? Would you look at a fight if Rocky was fighting Rocky? No, you wouldn't.
And it's very unfair on other
fight,
clubs.
though.
Like,
Be great fight.
you know what I mean? It is unfair.
Yeah, but you have another situation where you're going on to the last game of the season and you've Freebooters a point behind Evergreen. And Evergreen are playing Evergreen
happened.
46.
It's happened.
And you're
Yeah.
going, well, Evergreen 46 is not going to turn up against Evergreen to
Well,
give
we lost
Freebooters
the-
a fucking league.
We lost out
Yeah.
in the league
Are they?
because
Yeah.
our B team
Do you know what I mean? So
drew
you're
with us.
basically...
Our B team went all out. Like I was with Freebooters and I was playing with the A, and ourselves and the B team hated each other like at the time, and it was nearly a harder game than playing Evergreen, and we drew with the B team,
Beat them, got a draw, and
and
cost us
we
the
lost
league.
out in the league. Or,
Yeah.
you know,
You know.
I remember that.
it's inside your own club.
But like as you were
Remember
saying, you can go up, just change your name and become your own club. That's fine. That's fine. I have
But
no
you're
problem
not
with
really a
that.
different club though, are you? But you're paying insurance under the same thing.
No, but you
If
see,
the message comes
you
out
have
to
to
insurance,
start
give us
with
your
every
insurance.
week.
You know, Pop.
You have to have the whole lot, have you?
But see,
Yeah, you have to.
I'd be cutthroat there to say, go find your own ground then.
correct.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Get out.
that's- yes.
Go be your own club. We had Eddie on talking about Walkerstown.
Yeah.
They were a B team for Carlow Rangers. Were they before
yeah.
they became Walkerstown?
Yeah.
They said, right, we're over here. Went to create Walkerstown because we're only no B team. Went and won. They're the greatest team
Yeah,
Carlow
yeah,
ever
that's, yeah.
produced.
Brilliant.
They're myth. So do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Will we start the questions?
Yeah.
Take it easy.
Not fucking Swen.
You have to keep drinking water.
Tell
Now.
you
Sound
what,
like there's a bar
anyway,
on your side of it.
This cup is empty. I'm just doing it for aesthetics. It's not as I said to you, I do listen to you, right? And
Yeah.
I've, without kind of being pushed, I've often heard you say that in comparison to Carlow, Kane League is miles behind, right? So why is this? Because if you're talking about pool of talent, facilities,
Yeah.
drive, coaches, like
It's very similar, yeah.
if not, you're probably a little
We
bit
should
ahead.
be, yeah.
So how, in the name of Jesus, is that a statement that you can make?
For me, it's the competitive amount of teams that are in Carlow and how competitive the league is. Like you're saying, you're talking about St. Pat's. Everyone would have thought, if you're looking at it from the outside, you're going, New Oak will never be bet kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then Pats went and did that. And, New Oak or Pats could go somewhere else next week. Like, you have a lot more teams. Yeah, if Evergreen drop points, you're going, Jesus, that's mad, like, that they drop points. What was wrong? You're not thinking the other team were obviously very good, like. But even
How many teams is in the Premier?
7.
Play each other once or twice?
Twice.
3 times.
12 games.
And 2 of them are from the one club.
Yeah.
But
There's
that's
a-
another
there's a-
thing.
You have a third
7
division with 13 teams.
7 teams in the Premier, lads.
Or
in
14.
Kenny.
Yeah, 13
Yeah,
teams.
In
7
fairness,
teams.
Yeah.
the Carlow League, they did it last year, where there was 9 in the Premier and 11 in the second, or in the first.
But that was because a team dropped out, right?
Team dropped out, so what they did was to try, let's have 10 and 10. So they're always trying to fix it.
There's 3
No,
coming,
no, in
three
fairness,
coming
yeah.
up.
in fairness to our league, they're trying to fix it.
There's
Yeah.
3 coming
So
up. I
seven
don't
is
think
not
any
enough
relegation.
straight away.
No, it's fucking bullshit.
No
I
relegation from
don't,
the
I'm
Premier.
not sure
Not
on
sure
the
we're finding
relegation,
it
but
hard to get
there's
information because
definitely
there
3
wouldn't
coming up.
be fond of me and him.
Well, they'll talk. Everyone will talk to me. It's just, they won't talk to me with you beside me, and you know that. Everyone's like, I'll talk to you.
Yeah,
I'm not
talk to
talking
me as
him.
well, to my face anyway.
Yeah, well, they won't go on a podcast with you.
No, the thing,
Well, like that question we were talking about earlier on about the chap you had in and the tough questions. I have no problem someone saying to me, and Jack Daly from Clover said it to me one time when I was young and stupid, and I blamed the KDL for something, and he goes, hang on, why don't you come and give us a hand then? And he caught me on the hop.
yeah.
And I went, what? He said, we're always looking for help. Come out and help us and make it better. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't know what to say. And he caught me right. So I have no problem with someone saying something to me, but I'm not going to not ask a question. I don't care.
Was
You know,
O'Reilly had on from
Brian.
your league, and I thought it was amazing the way he spoke about that they actually give to the clubs
Yeah.
to help the clubs
But
build
see
out,
that
and they don't
episode-
have their own pitch. Like we
Yeah.
have Derry, Mastoni, Kilkenny,
Yeah.
and the league put everything into that or whatever they put
Yeah.
into it. But that's the Carlow representatives give it to the Carlow teams.
Well, like he would, I would have been. I would never been against the league, right? Because the first thing is, I would never do that job. I've said
Yeah.
that.
oh yeah.
Same,
But
same.
I won't be very similar to you, David, saying, go and ask you the fucking question.
Yeah.
You see that night that Brian O'Reilly was on?
Yeah.
Turned me.
Yeah.
I was
But
ready for.
we didn't
this
know,
is
did we,
what
Podge?
No, no
Like,
idea.
We were like,
Yeah.
you need to tell clubs what you're doing.
Yeah, I
Because no
heard
one
all
knew
that as
this.
well on the
Yes,
podcast. I
correct.
thought it was brilliant.
We were like,
Papa,
fair
you're dead right.
play to you for doing that.
And the
But I said,
KDL are doing
no one
good
knows
things
it.
as well,
All
but
the-
we don't know.
No, all the people were scaring the Carlow League over.
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Correct. He's an idiot, he's a fool, he isn't a clue, never played soccer.
Yeah.
This crap.
Yeah.
No, they're running
you
a
hear
great
all
show and
that,
trying to
yeah.
fix it as best they can every
Brilliant.
single week or every single
Correct.
year.
Like
They're dead right,
even
you know?
even little things like I was saying to you that night I came up to the awards night. They announced it or whatever, and I was like, lovely. And I was just walking up, and the reason I went back to Stonyford is I'm playing with my son. I'm playing the same team as my son, and we won
yeah.
won the cup together
Son
last
is a good
year.
player. I don't know.
He must have got it from his mother, I'd say. Yeah, but they actually announced it on the night. They're saying he went back to his own club in Stonyford and to play with his son. Like, and I was like walking up to get York, and I was going, "What the fuck did I? How did they know that?
Yeah,
like,
no,
how
they
did
do
they
the
even
research, yeah.
Oh,
But you see, them
brilliant,
little
like.
touches are lovely.
Brilliant.
And I got was it early this year, then when we said it? I said, it's a simple thing now. It's a very simple thing. Shield final last year, Freeburg's beat Evergreen in extra time, was it?
Yeah, I think so.
Whatever. But they just put ribbons on the Shield medals. Small little thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Boys went up and they got the medal put up.
Yeah.
Small little thing I thought was a little bit touch of class.
Yeah.
Somebody goes, oh, who gives a shit about a ribbon? But it's them little, if you can get the little things right, the big things will start
But
coming
see,
along.
it's funny you say that because we were in the cup final last year. Me and Papa had a conversation, but we played in a walk. Walking out past the cup. on a podium.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's massive.
Massive.
I'm looking at it thinking, we're big time. Where the fuck is Sky
Yeah,
Sports?
yeah.
Why
Yeah.
has this been recorded?
Yeah.
And we
Even
were talking about the McCallum Cup, weren't we?
Yeah. What were we talking about?
What kind of a day it is out there, remember?
Oh, yeah. That's like this week's one. We kind of talked about our main memories of cup finals and stuff like that and all. And you always remember the real sunny day and
Yeah.
the cup final and everything
mayor
and the whole
and
lot.
the-
Like,
you know, the
Yeah.
music.
great.
even walking
Around
out
the
with,
Veen.
like, we had a couple of them last year of, like, our club would be small enough in Stonyford, but numbers wise, it's huge. Like, an underage setup is crazy because you pull from all the parishes around. But walking out with a couple of just the kids as mascots coming out for the cup final and everything, like, you know, it just makes it, as you said, coming out past the
brilliant, yeah.
trophy, that
And it's the
everything
league's
going on.
big day, and and like much as I give them a hard time at times,
Yeah.
I love to see like the Oscar Traynor. I was so mad for it to come back for the league to have their flagship tournament, the cup final to be for the league. And again, last year I was speaking to Miller and a couple of the boys and said, look, Davey, if you could put on the podcast any of the parents that are coming to the cup finals, could 2 or 3 of them come and give us a hand in the car park? It's meant.
Yeah.
I think 2 people out of all the cup finals went over.
But you know, I want to do it, Davey. No.
But you know how big a deal is it go over, lads? You need a hand for
Everyone
10
needs someone else to do it.
100%,
Someone else to do
you know,
it.
so
Too many
for
people.
someone to go over and say, lads, you need a hand with the car for 15 minutes, you know, and it helps them out. And, you know, everybody needs a bit of help and they need the help.
for
and
sure.
I will back them when they do something right, I will back them. But again, I still think clubs and everyone need to start doing things right.
The league should be saying to clubs, you know, Hanover are playing St. Pat's. Poppa, can you get 4 people from Hanover?
Yeah.
Podge, can you get 4
Well,
people
they
from
do,
St. Pat's?
if-
And
if
that's
I-
what I'm saying Kilkenny should be kind of doing with that.
To be fair, if Pats or Collection or Hanover, or whoever, well, not Hanover, but whoever's holding the cup final, he wouldn't really hold it, would he?
No.
Terrible pitch.
It's your
Tell you,
mouth,
it's produced some players out there.
Yes, it has.
On the
There's no
plot.
doubt about that.
Missed the penalty
I
up there
won't
a
ask
couple
you
of
about
years
that
ago.
in a minute.
They knocked us out of the cup.
Did you? Never
scored
missed a
that
penalty.
I missed the
You
penalty.
did it.
Yeah, scored on a rocket.
I
Yeah.
scored our first one, then missed the penalty at the end. I think
That's
you were
right.
3-1 up, but I
3-1
missed the
up, yeah.
penalty last minute nearly. Like.
I was going to say,
Oh,
yeah.
equalised.
I wasn't sure who Papa was, and then I heard him
it's not-
saying,
this is your life,
blackjack,
right?
blackjack.
Yeah.
I said, that's Papa.
Me and you go,
We're reminiscing
me and you
podcast.
go and get, eat them biscuits.
Yeah. No, I was going to say, if the Carlow League are going to a club and are doing a gate, it's up to the club to run the gate.
Yeah.
Because I think the Carlow League give them, or split it or whatever it is.
Yeah,
Brilliant,
that's-
yeah.
And I think
Best
that's
way
the
to do it, yeah,
should
definitely.
be. Because see, volunteerism, it's very easy fucking talk about it, lads.
Well,
But you know, COVID put a big hit in that, didn't it?
Finished.
there's not too
Massive
many.
hit
There's
now.
not too many clubs in Kilkenny where you'd go to that you'd have to be charged going in.
No. Freebooters, you never charge.
For finals.
Well, you wouldn't be able to.
Not even for
charge
finals.
them.
No. Well, you get charged going into the finals in Derdimus, like, and not a lot.
To be fair, we charged for the Oscar Traynor game, didn't we? Well, we
Hey,
didn't.
why not? Why
Well,
not?
me in this week,
Yeah,
angry.
yeah.
No, but
Yeah, Pat,
but
I was the
seriously,
only one I didn't come to because I had to pay.
But then now Freebooters have a lovely little shop and they make a few quid. You get a cup of hot chocolate. You know,
That's
Yeah.
brilliant, though.
you know
That's
that,
brilliant.
and it brings in a nice few pounds. You know,
Yeah, it's brilliant.
And their next phase is coming on board soon. And the boys on that side of it, I can't praise them enough what they're after doing.
Yeah.
You know, it's fantastic. I hate AstroTurfs. I absolutely despise them. But it's an unbelievable setup. And they will go from strength to strength on that side. But we're
You looking to build extra dressing rooms down there?
they're building big dressing rooms. I think they're putting in a gym, conference room. They're putting the shop in with a separate referees room.
Heard it on the
Yeah,
radio
now
there
they
a
want
few
to
weeks
stand
ago.
down
Will you
the
be
s-
running the conferences?
Who, me? Yeah. No, I'll be doing the PowerPoint presentation.
Doing the shop.
I'm what you call it, the ambassador.
I know what I call you.
I'll tell you one thing.
There's 4 slides, SHIT.
Yeah. And I'll be under the phone. I'll tell you one thing. You that big head with this.
Grab
Keep
it,
your feet on the ground.
Papa, we're supposed to be fighting or fighting each other. We're one up already.
This goes on every week.
Anyway, why are we going to beat you in the Oscar Traynor? What do you think?
We'll get there.
Well, you shouldn't be in
Do you
it,
think it'll be
first
us?
of all.
We shouldn't.
No,
No, I would agree.
you shouldn't be in it.
Yeah,
That's why.
we should have went straight to a semi-final though. With our history of what we've won in the Oscar Traynor, I think
How many have you won, actually?
5.
5, I think.
Is there 5?
5. Well, Graham is 3. Graham is 3 with Dickie Lawler.
I lost one as well. I know.
What's
You
Jim
don't have one, Dave,
Jim
you know.
McAvoy won
Betting
1.
final.
Yeah, I think it's
You
5.
playing that final against us?
No.
Right, the boys are at
we
again
were a
here.
couple of years ago.
Lads, just come in and tell us what you want us to do there, James.
I forgot me and Papa are
Do
loud
you
speak.
know when we got the pictures beforehand? Do you want one on your own? You know.
Go on, carry
I'll
on
tell
to
you,
you,
I
lads.
think
go
it's
back to
fine.
Dermot's Park. I'll tell you one on that.
I fucking
That was
whacked
the
out there.
biggest letdown I ever got involved in, the Oscar Traynor final. Not for Kilkenny's fault, it wasn't Carlow's fault. The Leinster Junior Cup final could be in Aviva or a Shamrock, Rovers pitch. The FAI could be the same.
Yeah.
An Oscar Traynor final is a county final, an A county final, and it's in an outside pitch in Kilkenny of an ex League of Ireland pitch.
Yeah.
That was a letdown, and I said it in the interview down when I was down doing the interview before with Kilkenny and Carlow. I said it's not Kilkenny's fault, but I said it's not highlighted enough as the game that is.
No.
I said it's not Kilkenny's fault it's down there. That's the way the draw went. That's fine. But I said it shouldn't be in Dermot's Park.
No.
And it's not, it should be in the
Nothing
Aviva or
should
somewhere
be
like
at
that.
home in it either. It's
Absolutely not.
madness.
No, absolutely not.
Like,
And it was a great
Aviva-
game that was.
But even the Aviva,
The big change
you
in that
could
was
go
your
to
man
the
being
R-
sent
you-
off for Kilkenny that day.
Yeah, you could go to the
What's it
RS.
off?
Centre half.
Ricey?
Right. No, Ricey, I think
Rice,
it was.
David
Yeah,
Rice,
David
yeah.
Rice, yeah.
But you could go to the RSC. You know, there's
There you go.
Ferry Carrick. You know, there's these stadiums.
Yeah,
You're not looking for a
why
60
wasn't it there?
seater.
You
No,
know what I mean?
no.
You're not going to sell it out.
No.
But it shouldn't have been in Dermot's. And I said it
Kilkenny
many,
and
many
Carlow,
times.
Wexford.
I don't know what
Played in
Kilkenny's
Wexford.
opinion was.
Yeah. Kenny are playing Carlow, it just makes sense. Like,
You see,
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you what they thought of it. I suppose the league would have been happy having it out there, getting a few bob going in the gate. Like, you know, I suppose. I don't
Well,
know.
it wasn't the league's. It wasn't
But
Kilkenny
they would
League's
get a
to
cut
say.
of it, would they?
It would have, yeah, but it was fixed by the LFA.
Yeah,
Well,
it's a
I
bad
tell
idea.
you,
And do you know what it takes from the day going off to another stadium and the day out in the bus?
I think it's a rush competition compared to what it was. I think this fascination of having to have it played on midweek.
midweek is madness.
I think this fascination
Crazy.
of get the games over. I think it's this whole thing, what drives me mad, and no one's fault. You're given small notice.
Yeah.
Oscar's out next week. Who's the manager? Gavin is the manager again this year. Was Gavin? No. You know, I think the win.
Yeah, and that's everywhere now.
What's
you
the
know.
panic?
It's not treated with
What's
any
the
respect
panic?
at all.
None.
The tournament that is.
The prestige
tournament
has gone
used to
over
be.
it.
And
No
to be
one
honest
cares.
with
Gone over it.
It's terrible.
I think to be the manager of your county team is a big thing. I think every player, I've been fairly vocal on it. I was never good enough to play in an Oscar Traynor. I would have given, and a fella that played with me for years and was good enough said to me one day, I'll give Anton for 10 minutes in Kilkenny jersey. And we were coming to the end of our playing careers.
Yeah.
And I think that what you're saying about respect, a lad should be encouraged to take it. I'm not saying financially, but there should be a little bit of kudos to it. Not just will you do it?
Yeah.
Listen, we want you because
Yeah.
this is your team, you will do this, you will play this style, you will get these players, this will be your training schedule and go at it right.
Yeah.
That's the
But
way
it
it
should
should
also be
be.
a plan over 2 or 3 years.
Yes.
You can't just give it to them, give them all that and say,
Yeah.
you have this year. If you
No.
get knocked out of group stages, you're gone.
I'd never say no.
No, do you know what I mean?
No, neither would I.
I've done the youths years ago with Sean Kelly,
Yeah.
and this year then with Poppa. I'd never say no. If the devil was doing it, that's yeah. I'll win.
Graham was a
No.
big thing in the Freebooters dressing room that no matter who was managing the Oscar Traynor, you went and played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, and he'd tell you if he was here, he played some days and he said, David, the bus driver he played, no, that was cliche.
Yeah.
And he said he was playing and you're looking at lads playing how. But he said he went so long that he got to the big days.
Yeah.
You know, and he said he never regretted a minute playing for Kilkenny. And the Oscar Traynor deserves that kind of respect. In my opinion.
My brother got to go for the Oscar Traynors because he came up to a game in Dublin one day.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
know,
On the
that-
card.
That's the day actually that goal that Graham was.
Yeah.
That was that day. But my brother is on the squad. There's a
And you
picture.
know, I
Came
mean,
to watch the game,
Came
and
up,
talking out.
he drove me up to it at the time. I was 18 or 19 or something.
Where?
And he ended up fucking talking out in the whole lot. Like.
no, I mean, it needs. Can't imagine being called to play for your county. Jesus.
But you know what? I'll give you either side of the sword, and I'll answer the question you asked at the very
Go on.
start. I don't think it should be 14 players in one club on Oscar Traynor. That tells you.
Well, it's going to cause a
everything
problem now because of the reschedule, I would imagine.
That tells you everything about your league.
It's on Wednesday week. It's
Yeah,
on
and
now,
that
yeah.
weekend, then there's a big FAI game up in Navan with Evergreen. So, will they play all their players on the Wednesday night?
Should have just played it before Christmas.
But sure, a lot of-
What was
a
the
lot-
reason for that?
Couldn't find out.
Because we didn't get told the truth.
Two weddings on over Christmas anyway.
No, it was fixed for the Wednesday. It was fixed for Wednesday, the 11th of December, and everybody got 3 weeks' notice. That was the knockout game.
I was told the first one, I was told by Kilkenny that Carlow wouldn't play because they had to refix fixtures.
Well, that's a lie.
That's well,
Yeah.
you know,
I can
that's
tell you
we
now
can
that's a
all
lie.
say.
It's a
Yeah.
I was
fucking lie,
I was told,
Damien.
listen, I was told that kind of
No,
thing. And that's
I have no
We
idea.
trained on the Monday night. We knew after we played the Defence Forces because
By the way, that was a fucking catfish.
that was a catfish.
That's
My
the
God.
first football catfish I ever came across. I was in the stadium beside him.
We seen players going in from
Is there pop three at the
They
back?
couldn't have been
Were
beat 7-0
ideal.
or 8-0 by Kilkenny
Three at
and
the back.
Wexford.
The boys playing a midfield rotation. Three at the back. I never seen wing backs as high.
that was
I said, Papa, we made those some at half time.
Yeah.
We had to go match them. We barely stood in the game.
the Defence Forces game with Kilkenny the time I played over 35s with Bridge, I played a bit in the Premier with him. And one of the boys that played with Bridge United was standing about 10 feet away from me in the stand. He's in the army. 1 minute he was lying on the fence, chanting to everyone going by. 5 minutes later, he was sitting on the bench.
Tugged out.
They had so little players, and there was a massive organisation thing. Now, I said it to one of the lads after it, I said, I'd hate to see, I said, if we're invaded in the morning, I said, would you have enough lads to get into the tanks? And your man said to me, he said, we wouldn't have enough fucking tanks.
They're home for leave for Christmas.
There was other lads that got texts, and they were like, why aren't you in Kilkenny?
You got the full belt of them then.
Oh, we did. And they were good.
We were told
I'll tell you what they were physical as well.
They were back from, they were away on international duties for soccer.
They played France and I think England.
And they were back.
Jerdy Hayes was in that.
They were very good lads.
Yeah.
But there's people asking us, he'll bet these about 9 or 10 lil. If he bet Kilkenny 3-1 and they bet the 5 mil, he should bet them 8. It doesn't work like that, lads. It doesn't work like that. Then they come in.
And if you start thinking about it, then you're really...
We scored after about 2 minutes, wasn't it? Great goal by Jamie Marr. Great goal. And I was like, jeez, we're off here, Podge. The rest of the first half was a blur. He said, we may fix this, man. Yeah, he said, we may go 3 at the back here and try to match these up.
Yeah.
And
against Kilkenny now, you could have picked out, you're like, he's decent, and then you're looking at a few lads going.
Yeah, they had two. They had really two.
And at that time of the year, though, Graham, it was dangerous. But we said that it was about 25 minutes to go, and the pitch was going from green to white. It was that cold that night.
Right.
And I said, this is getting dangerous for players here. The patch against Defence Forces.
Oh,
remember?
yeah, that's
it was freezing.
Yeah, very true, yeah.
Like
is that the night Kilkenny played Wexford?
Yes.
I went down to that one, and it was
that
frozen blowing Ferry Carry.
Yeah.
Wexford won, was it?
Wexford
3-2, was it?
Yeah, there was a sending off for Kilkenny in the first half as well. And
who was it? He's missing the next game.
Probably Lee Delaney.
Lee,
straight red handball.
I don't think
a big loss if he. I don't
does
know
it have to be in that
works.
competition? I don't
Has to be in
think
that
it does.
competition.
Or does it have to be?
Are you disappointed with the amount of counties that didn't go into the Oscar Traynor?
Absolutely, yeah.
Shocking.
Yeah. But what do you do?
Because we were advocating. I was advocating for ages. And
but you changed though.
Yeah.
When we bet you, right, your next podcast, the Oscar Traynor meant nothing to you.
I wouldn't say it meant nothing to me. I was very disappointed in being beaten. I made
fire shots as well.
I'm going to be honest. I made a comment.
You talk about arrogance.
No, stop it.
I
made a comment that I said Kilkenny teams should be beating Carlow teams. Now I don't mean we'll go down and you're just going to beat a Carlow team, but I think, like as you said earlier on, the ability is up there to give you a game, like said the Defence Forces did. But that first game against G was a walk in the park, wasn't it?
Well, we could have scored 7 goals that night.
Right.
But do you know what it is?
6 goals. Anyway.
So that's what bugged me.
But saying that, then it was 2-1. And
it was actually
2-1, you never know.
Yeah, but I understand that.
But it was actually more than a walk in the park. Like we literally.
But in fairness, was the referee and the both side linesmen on your side in a big way?
No.
Are you sure?
I don't understand that statement at all.
That's what I mean.
That's another thing I got grief over.
Yeah,
and you said it again.
This is just what I heard.
Yeah, you weren't at the game, obviously.
No.
Well, I heard a few people saying this from Kilkenny.
It all came from him, sure, the podcast.
No, genuinely, it was said to me by a few people that the referee was
there was 2 incidents in the game, and one was involved my own player, Adam McCarran.
Right.
In the first half.
It wasn't last man.
Right, and it wasn't the last man. It was a yellow card, 100%.
No, we've seen him given his red.
Did he get the yellow card?
Not yellow card.
Right, okay.
And I said it was covering behind. He said straight away, because we asked the linesman, yeah, no, cover there, that won't go.
Right.
And then Dotsy in the second half, your man was flying down the line, and I said Dotsy was going to full pelt. And I said he's going to clatter him now. Yeah. And it wasn't a last man either. It was a yellow card, 100%, and he got the yellow, and that was it. But they were saying, they should be down to 9.
I think I saw video of it.
Coming out of
I thought it was both jailable offences. But we let it go.
No.
But are you expecting a tougher game now this time?
Yeah.
I am. I'm expecting.
I'd
be very disappointed if they don't turn up.
As you said, the whole thing about, as the way said, we changed about the Oscar Traynor in Kilkenny is like supporting United at the start of the season. You're like, we're back, we're going to do it, it's great. And then you're like, 14 players have pulled out of the squad, won't play this. Lads are just using it now as a weekend off.
Never know.
Last year was the opposite, I think, wasn't it? There was no one in
from... I was disgusted for Dazzler.
Dazzler contacted me. Would you be interested in coming in, Podge?
Yeah.
I said, send me on a list. Freeboarders, here we are. What are you whispering for?
We all whisper.
So are. This is ridiculous.
Thanks very much.
What's that? This is like some cult, is it?
In case we keep fighting.
Drink the Kool-Aid, lads.
Oh, poutine.
I am not Dynamo making it appear.
Yeah,
not.
thanks very much for that.
Oh, man.
No, but he sent me a list of players, right? And he'll verify.
That's worth
this.
his weight in gold, isn't it? I sounded like Deirdre Barlow here, so I did. It's always killing me.
If you're starting to look like I'm heading off.
Oh, your man name she used to fucking be in love with.
Ken.
Samir, was it?
Oh, yeah.
So,
It's like it feels like an old boot, right?
Go to the cabin and get some 20 ciggies.
Not me.
60 Carl's neck.
Get off Dazzler. I'm not talking about Dazzler. He'd be giving me stick
No,
later.
no,
that I
but
mentioned
to
him
tell
again.
you,
It wasn't fair.
he sent me a list of players that were all in, lads.
Yeah.
He'd reached out. He'd be no fool. He knows who's who in the league. He had it fair and split evenly over all clubs, well represented, and Booters, Evergreen, Bridge, they were all in. Thomastown.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks before, spoke to him, and he said, Podge, I actually don't want you to come in because no one's come in.
Apparently, now I don't know this, but apparently one team was told her not to play
Okay.
because they were going so well in outside
What
competition.
team was that?
I don't know. I can't remember.
You don't
I was
know.
only apparently told.
You do know. You told me
But
there a few weeks
can I go back to the point where I was saying about Kilkenny teams going down? I can go back to when I was playing Yee and we were playing Hanover Harps and we were playing and you were going out ready, like they were coming up to the green and we were going down there. Like we had young Ben Ryan at the time and a couple of other lads and Craig Wall, good young lads coming through. We were going down to Pats. We wouldn't play them down in Pats. Ben Ryan was saying to the boys, lads, if we get 5 minutes here, because we knew first of all you're going to have a good game of ball, but it's going to be tough, it's going to be physical, it's going to be fast.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, right, the players on view for Freebooters or for Kilkenny that night, right? You're looking and going, if these boys go out like they're normal, the way I would have a team going, this should be a game. And then to get reports that they were so passive drove me bloody insane.
But you see,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know,
if you're
yeah.
going to get beaten, Papa, get beaten.
yeah,
But fucking try.
Yeah. But
Do
see,
you know?
it was over. It was a classic. I don't know the guy who was over Kilkenny. I genuinely don't.
Who's over Kilkenny?
Gary Marr.
Gary
But to
Marr.
be fair, we
manager.
called what was going to happen.
He's brilliant at doing that, yeah. He picked up on it
Right, the
brilliantly.
fair idea, like before the game.
Don't give away that, Podge.
No, I'm going to be honest. I have a fair idea.
This is only the last game, not the next one.
because I knew who was playing for.
Yeah.
I had an idea of here's what he's going to do.
This is what we're going to sell.
Yeah.
So the way we set up, we just played straight through. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fodder.
We did the
you know.
board before.
Yeah.
He did the board. And everything that we said on the board, if we do our shift right, this is what will happen in the game.
This is the way it's going.
And it did happen in the game, and inside 15 minutes we were 2-0 up.
Yeah. And this is the thing. And again,
But you said the word though. It's because we're passive.
yeah, and again down in New Oak last year where I had a go with Peter.
Yeah.
3-0 down after 20 minutes. Now, listen, New Oak is not an easy place to go,
No.
right? But it's fucking Freebooters.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking of my Freebooters team. We go down to New Oak, and if they wanted a scrap, we'd have a scrap. If you want to play
Yeah.
ball, we'll have a game of ball. Whatever you want to do, we'll match you.
Yeah.
And then 3-0 down after 20
Yeah,
minutes.
they've been up.
Tell me this,
They've been all
David.
men turning up here, yeah.
Yeah, do you understand where I'm coming from? And this is why and if they don't turn up again the next game, I'll hop off them again
But
because
that's the thing, they're worried about what they're playing at the weekend, and everyone's worried about getting injured. And as you said, the clubs are bigger than the league.
See your
That's the
Oscar
problem.
training sessions.
Yeah.
45 minutes.
That's all we do. It's
Years,
fun,
yeah.
Fun factor, yeah. Because they're training with their clubs.
Yeah,
that's the
exactly.
thing, it
Just
doesn't-
get
no,
together.
yeah, no.
We get
together
the
as all
hour.
evenings.
Like even if we'll go do phases of play, we'll go
Yeah.
do shadows. Forget about it. They're training with their clubs.
yeah, just play.
They're all players. They wouldn't be here if they weren't able to.
Johnny McLean, who couldn't be with us tonight, he did it.
Jeez, that sounds terrible.
Yeah,
God bless
he
her.
couldn't be with us. He's on his
No, it's not, he couldn't be with us tonight. He's
He's
very
on
passed
his own
away.
He did it. He did
Still
it.
alive, like.
When was it? This is the first
Take
time
another
back
rosary
after-
there, please,
since COVID, isn't it? So Johnny did it going into COVID.
Second.
Johnny did it going into COVID, and he did the same. He got them together on a Friday night, went over a few little things, had a little game of ball together, nothing serious, and went down and played. And they got to the semi-final, and COVID knocked it down.
Yeah.
Similar to the way you're doing it.
Yeah.
So I mean, if it works, why would you change? No, Gary is an experienced manager. He's won plenty of things, right? So my take on what happened is, if Kilkenny were so passive in the first half, fucking change something. You know,
Yeah.
bring on a lad who might be a player, but he might trouble
But you
your
see,
centre.
Davy,
Do
it's a
something.
disguise though, because you probably had the lion's share of possession.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of a disguise
But
on
then
it.
again, going back to St. Pat's thing in New York, you can have all the possession you want, put them on the fucking net.
You
you
got to
know
do
what I
that,
mean?
don't you, to win games?
Like
yeah.
you look at United, we just go to United for a minute. Harry Maguire now is becoming an integral part of United. He was laughed at 2 years ago.
He'll
know,
be laughed
but-
at in 2 weeks' time as
Yeah,
well.
but when who will play in 2 weeks' time?
Southampton or someone.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
As the lad said,
The lad wouldn't say
Three
stance.
United fan, Papa, one Liverpool fan.
It doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was
Part
He's
of
only
there,
head
no.
bigger than that.
It
It's
was, never,
Hollyhead.
it was never a penalty anyway. Carry on. What were we going to say next?
What did you say there about Hollyhead?
I said Harry Maguire's head. The only head bigger than that is Hollyhead. Away with him. No, you get him again Sunday first.
We get Trent in the January window.
You will.
Trent and Virgil.
Do you ever see a space where, like, you look at CK United there, right? Mm-hmm. Carlow Kilkenny United. It's combined.
Is there a tie into Carlow Kilkenny United here in Carlow?
From what space?
From Carlow,
as an entity going forward, can you see it as something that everyone will get behind?
Yeah.
You can, good, okay.
But
No, it's not so much in Kilkenny.
they're not. They are light years away from that.
They're miles off.
Now that's my opinion.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I talked to a lot of lads in Kilkenny, and a lot of lads, especially in junior soccer, they have no interest in it.
There's no
Like
presence.
if we said we were going to talk about it in a podcast, lads would be like, I don't know.
There's actually no presence
interest in it.
No, they're trying to address that at the moment.
don't know.
You know, because you have to, like, you're a presence now in Carlow. Visual. We're kind of becoming a presence in Kilkenny because of the podcast,
Yeah,
because
of
you're
course.
visual. So there's no visual presence of CK in Kilkenny yet. They are actively trying to change that.
For me, with them, they're finishing a marathon before they even start training for it. So if I'm looking at that CK United model, and this isn't disrespect the guys who run it, they're great men, as I said, but I consider Peter Harvey a mate, who's chairman of it. See, if I'm over at CK United, I'm concentrating on 15s for 3 or 4 years, 5 or 6 years, 7 or 8 years.
Yeah.
Get a prestigious 15s team going at League of Ireland, Carlow Kilkenny. Successful, all of a sudden now we have a 16s. 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. It's a 20-year plan, lads.
I understand that, but
it can't be done over a couple of years.
Yeah, but there is a problem with that. If you haven't got an end product for them to play senior football, they will not stay with you for 3 or 4 years.
But this is where
But
you
sure,
have
what's
to
the
be in
point?
conjunction with your... This is
When you get to a certain age, I may go look somewhere else. Or
Yeah,
if there's no
bring that
senior,
age group
That's what I'm saying.
through
So
all
they
Yeah,
have to
absolutely.
go senior as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
If this third tier comes in,
Now they do. Now they do.
They have
yeah.
to do now to have an end product for them, because it's. I was talking to a young lad today, and it was about Shamrock Rovers. Shamrock Rovers very rarely bring through a young lad. You know, they go off to all the others. So there has to be an end product from a young lad. So for CK, in where we're situated at the moment, if the third tier goes and they get a stadium, they will get some good young lads, and they will be able to develop it. It's kind of putting the cart before the horse a little bit in that way, but I think it's a necessity.
but that's the two important things:
yeah,
the senior team
and then you're under.
and your stand.
Yeah.
You got to have a stadium.
Yes.
You can't be going drifting around the other. Give us into your
You
pitch.
can't be a nomad.
No, you can't be doing that. If you're going to play League of Ireland, every League of Ireland
Lads,
team
don't
has a
forget,
stadium.
FC Carlow's Kilkenny heavy lads. I was involved with them. Eggy
Eggy, yeah.
played for them. Slug.
Slug, yeah.
The
Busy old London.
goalkeepers. Oh, I can't think of their certain names. 2 goalkeepers, great lads. CJ Brown,
CJ, yeah.
Was
CJ still
Kilkenny.
kicking by.
Anna O'Gorman, another one, but they played for Evergreen. Anna and his can't get the brothers there. The father's the Aston Villa scout,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
These 2 lads were like, it was Kilkenny heavy.
Chris O'Gorman.
They were based in Ballon, were they? Was it Ballon?
Balance, balance, but it was the same.
Yeah.
One of them went on to play for Wexford Youth, one of them young lads.
Yeah, Anna, I think did.
Yeah.
It was
Sure, we
the
did York there a few weeks ago, and they announced the full squad. Remember that? There was one Kilkenny young
One
lad.
to Kenny, that young lad, yeah.
how
was
much?
on. There was an under
Coming in under
14?
14s.
14.
Carlow?
17, Carlow, one
Come on.
Kilkenny.
Go away.
Announced a full under 14 squad, and there was one Kilkenny.
Can you not have a? They must
all.
have a really strong Kennedy Cup squad, do they?
Oh, they have the very good
yeah.
Kilkenny Cup.
That
very
would
good.
also have
Very
an
good,
effect on that then,
Not
would
of them
it?
were staying.
That would have a big effect. Waterford take a good few because of the facilities,
Yeah.
you know. But there's still others there that are good enough. Kennedy Cup, Kilkenny are. I don't want to jinx them, but I think they'll go very close this year.
In the Kennedy Cup.
Yeah.
Did you ever
Great tournament,
did
isn't
you
it?
ever in your life think you'd see your county team win the Kennedy Cup? I brought a team to 4th now, and that's my best achievement
yes. Now, yes, since the introduction of the under-14s League of Ireland.
ever. Because the DDSL's watered down.
So you have, you take Dublin, every year now, the top 180 young lads are gone. They don't play. So that's why the DDSL dropped out of all tournaments for a while to gather themselves. So you're going now to Waterford. Waterford have a policy of they don't wait for the Kennedy Cup to take them in now.
So does CK.
Yeah, right? So they don't wait for the Kennedy Cup. So that means all over the country now you have what people say watered down teams, but they're all the same level. But the problem for me for the Kennedy Cup is now it hasn't got the stature it had because the FAI and the Umbros and all have now kind of pulled back a little bit from it, and it's all going to the women's side.
Yeah.
Right, so now you're going out to what was the Kennedy Cup was phenomenal. phenomenal tournament.
Unbelievable.
And now you're going down and there's no tent selling the jerseys.
Yeah.
You know, there's no
PA system.
There's none of that going on. It's just a grassroots tournament. So my thing was to either go a year earlier, or what I would think would be fantastic would be put to another 15s tournament. That's the Half-and-Gone League of Ireland. They're staying with their clubs. They're getting coached.
That's the same as 14s, though.
Yeah.
But the problem is, you see, and this is where the gripe is. I was an academy director with Dagenham for years. You work on them from 11, 10, 11.
Yeah.
You're working hard.
Yeah,
You're trying to
yeah.
get the best coaches.
They're a part of their life, ain't
You're and you're trying to bring them you're bringing them to Galway Cups. You're bringing them abroad. You're bringing them up north. You're bringing them everywhere. For the Kennedy Cup.
Yeah.
So my understanding is that when they get the Kennedy Cup and they're saying, I'm signing for CK United, that's heartbreaking, lads.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening. So I think the solution is, you said it, go back a year earlier.
And I said this to the guys.
It's the obvious one to fix it, isn't it?
It's simple.
Yeah.
And it makes everyone happy. Like the guys, and let's be honest, the coaches want to go to the Kennedy Cup. The kids want to go for the experience.
So do the players, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The kids want to go for the
If you're
experience.
good enough to play a Kennedy Cup,
Yeah.
don't take that away from the young
But
lads.
we were down, and he's going left now. I done the Gaynor Cup 5 years. We did it 5 years. But
Jeez, that's a new one on me.
What we said was, right, you have, some days you might have 2 games, most days you have 1 game, maybe you have 2. So the games are 25 minutes aside for the girls. So the rest of the time you're in each other's company. If you can make that,
They're not 35 minutes.
That's the key.
the boys are 35, girls are
30 in Kennedy Cup.
Yeah. So if you can make that experience away from the pitch memorable, you're going to have a good Kennedy Cup. You're going to have a good
100%
Gaynor Cup.
Yeah.
So there was, Tyler Toland, I don't know if you know her, she got a bit of trouble. She was in the international setup. Your man dropped her over. Supremely talented player. Bit of a character.
Right.
So Fran Egan from Kilkenny, his whole thing was we go down and the girls have a good time. So we actually ended up with a team song. It was, I'll think of it in a minute. I can't forget the name of it. But the girls used to play it on the stereo. And you said dance the whole way to the pitch. And the FAI loved it because they were coming in and they were having a crack. So the night before the final, every county, you know, the avenues in between and everybody sits. Every county was down.
Yeah.
Girls. One of the girls had stereo overhead, songs were playing. The place was bouncing. All the Dublin girls were up in the rooms, weren't allowed out.
Yeah.
Because we're playing the final the next day.
Yeah.
Now, they won the final. But was that experience as good as what the girls down having a crack was?
No.
I don't really know.
No, but you have to find the balance. Though.
You have to find the
mix.
balance, you see.
Would you rather have won than have a dance?
I'd both.
I'd rather have won.
I won.
We used to get the players to take
Well
off
done,
us, didn't we?
We won in
We used to get the board up, the tactics board up, and said, well, the young lads would come in and say, right, I'm Podge, he was coming in and do Podge. And the laughs of all the players.
Brilliant. We used to do
Brilliant,
press
yeah.
conferences and everything recorded.
Press con- it was brilliant, yeah, yeah.
Were funny.
In fairness, Fran Egan brought in a thing called Gaynor's Got Talent, so they did like a talent show.
Yeah, brilliant, yeah.
You'd be on your hands and
Brilliant,
knees
yeah.
laughing.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. So you meet these guys now down
Yeah.
the town. Oh, Podge,
Yeah.
Papa, how's
Yeah.
it going?
Yeah.
Lads, that's worth the sweat and gold.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
see, but if you want to be really football orientated and a winner,
Yeah.
you don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah.
We are talking about hardcore development here.
Yeah.
We're trying to get lads into League of Ireland, and I think going back to the whole thing, if CK United and the rest of League of Ireland clubs went in a fucking collaborative model with the respective leagues, they'd be in a much better place.
This is a problem that is a separate. There has to be respect for the grassroots.
100%.
I'd agree with that. And I've been in the League of Ireland for the last few years. I would agree with that. I had to deal with a lot of stuff last year that wasn't my fault. And I got... I'm not joking now.
It wasn't me, Your Honour.
No, I got...
Never
The
my
money
fault.
was resting
I had
on
to
my
put out a lot of
account.
fires that weren't my fault up in my own county. And I got blamed for it.
Were you ever wrong?
I wasn't wrong in this case. And it was out of an air of superiority that caused these things. So, like, we go out and do our job. Stephen Kenny, right? If you meet Stephen Kenny, he's a gentleman.
I met him
Now,
for things,
he was international manager. So if he can do it, or you meet...
Yeah.
How come a lad just down the road or across the road can't come in and be cordial to you and have a little respect for all the work you've put in? Now, I was going to ask you a question about the plots.
Yeah.
Right, so you've produced some great players out there.
Davy's taking on Ringo.
Yeah, he says,
Stand aside, Podge. Go
hold on, I asked
Put the
the
kettle
question.
on.
Go ahead, yeah.
There was a question
There's
there.
2 Davy Doyle podcasts going
Yeah, I
on
know,
now.
yeah.
I'm glad I got to be on both of them.
Me and Pop are going to get the sack from Amplify, and 2 boys are in. They're doing the
I won't be
Carlow
here.
Kenny podcast.
Hey, I'm going with G.
I'll ask you outside. I'll ask
No,
you
you can ask.
I'm going
No,
with
but
G,
here's
boys.
the question you started with.
Go on, yeah.
Is there a space where Carlow and Kenny can come together to make
I think so.
a district league?
I'd love to see
Do you think
Carlow
it's
and Kenny in
No,
Wexford
I don't
come
think
together.
so. I don't think so. You go ahead.
You'd love to see what?
Yeah, go ahead. You haven't. Yeah, I
Only for
just
the
can't
fucking-
keep carrying this.
I
You
know,
have to-
I know. It's just for the fucking camera. People wouldn't have known I was here.
How many cameras is on you? Go on.
Two to get all of me, I'd say. I'd love to see Carlow, Kilkenny, and Wexford, even a top 3 out of each or something, come together in a 9 team.
Like, if you-
I think it'd be better for.
Like as in proper pyramid. Up like
Well, like maybe
the top division is between 3
something like,
counties.
I don't
and
know.
to get,
Thinking about how it would work.
There is a guy down in Wexford who has that model done out and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's well done out. I'll for Yanni's name after. I'd have to ring to get his name, but he has it all done out. Carlow, Waterford, or Wexford, Carlow and Kilkenny, from say your North Ends, your New Oaks, your Freebooters, Evergreens, all the way down every division.
Yeah.
He has it
Pyramid,
all
the
done
whole
out
thing.
and put it like another version of a Southeast Leinster League instead of a Leinster Senior League, Southeast Senior League.
Yeah.
I think what would be better was ye have a shield and we have a shield. You combine them shields and have a Champions League
Great idea.
in this area between Carlow and Kilkenny, because
Isn't that the first round of the Leinster Junior Cup?
no, but first round of the Junior Cup
Damien
is-
coming in with facts.
yeah, no.
Squash it all.
Regional.
But the problem you're going to have with leagues combining is you're going to have to get the Kilkenny District League and the Carlow District League
To sit together.
to sit together.
Gotcha.
That's where you're going to have your
You think
problem.
that's the biggest hurdle?
I think that's the biggest hurdle.
Okay.
Because people get a little bit of power or whatever, tickets to match or whatever it is.
Yeah.
They don't want to
Yeah.
give that up.
Who's the top 3 in Carlow at the moment? Pat's, New Oak, and who's
Pretty, I'd say.
Pretty.
Well,
Then you look at-
traditionally be Critty.
yeah.
Say the last 15 years be Critty, Knock, Hanover.
Right.
Parkville, Pats maybe.
We
Even
dropped
you look
off
at-
there a few years ago.
You
They're on
know,
they're on the way back to
climb,
Evergreen,
yeah.
Freebooters, Bridge United, and then who do you have? North End, Shamrock Rovers, probably
Gory.
Gory.
Three
Wexford Bulls are
of
good,
them,
yeah.
like yeah.
Well,
If you get
Wexford
a
League's a
9
strong league.
teams,
Jeez, it'd be
Size
quite good.
of the
league.
county though, lads.
Yeah.
That's a massive county down there, Wexford. I have the
Sure, it's the
14
biggest.
divisions.
Sure, it's the
14 divisions or
biggest
something.
division. It's the biggest. I think it is the biggest grassroots junior in Ireland division. in
No,
Ireland,
it
is
is by a what I'd say.
I know the juvenile is second to the EDSL, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, you can ask a question about the plots now. That's it.
Yeah, the thing about the plots
And
is really-
breed.
has anyone ever come with funding to develop it better, or have you looked to move out of there or anything like that
No, we're in the process of getting a full-size Astra.
in the plots?
There's a...
I hate them.
You're not losing the grass
No,
pitch.
but we
though, are
need
you?
it. We need
Are you losing the grass pitch?
losing the grass pitch, losing both of them.
You'll have no grass pitch.
The night we
There'll
played
be
you
a-
up there, there was like a fucking samba or something going on over in the corner. It was deadly. There was
What?
a heap of music playing. There was a lot of women
That's-
dancing over in
Oh,
That's
in
the
the
old, that's the old
Astro,
Carlow
yes.
hippies
Yeah,
on the old green.
dancing around me.
We were coming up after 5 minutes. The boys are watching the women. we
That's
turned around, go, turn on the music, bang, 2 little hand over. What's happening there,
Yeah,
lads?
we're fucking up our end as well. Yeah. That's why I missed the
No,
penalty.
there is, yeah,
yesterday.
there is a process, but I tell you, they have to, because there's so many juveniles up in Hanover at the moment that it's grass, obviously, and the Astra is there. You'd probably fit a good 6, maybe 7-a-side match on it for men.
Yeah.
Just to kick a proper game, like, a fast tempo game. And from under 6s to youths, to men's, trying to get them all in a training schedule during the week is very, very hard.
Could you see
So
yourself?
you got to train on the pitch say as well.
Yeah.
But then obviously it's Ireland, the weather we're having at the
Yeah,
moment.
yeah.
Can't get onto the pitch, you have to protect them for Saturday and Sundays for
Similar
matches.
to what
right?
Freebooters had to do. Yeah.
Then we've a walk around area, so we have promoted that. Look, it's parents love going and walking around
do.
when their kids are training. Now the parents losing out when this kids can't train. This is where the pitch is because it is so. We're in the process of doing it. There's a dig being needed up there in 2 weeks' time.
You're in a similar process, aren't you?
And we're in the process of doing it, yeah.
You can tell by his face.
I
It's
don't
going
know,
well.
but why are you losing the grass pitch though? Like your
Because-
2 pitches are a good size, aren't they?
Yeah, but it's going, do you know the shape of the Astro, the angle of the Astro?
Yeah.
It's going like that, going up to the corner. And
Oh, I
so
got
it'll
you.
be, it'll be a small,
So it's going from. Yeah, I got you.
yeah,
I got
so
you.
it'll be
yeah,
away
yeah.
from
It's going. It's cutting
the
off
right-hand
2 pitches
side.
nearly,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
yeah.
I hear you.
And
and there'll be a small grass pitch there down at the dressing room side
Yeah.
for juvenile
Yeah, yeah,
games
yeah,
or whatever
yeah,
it is.
yeah.
That's
So,
all, yeah.
you know, we've had elections there for Christmas.
Yeah.
So do you think the governments and the county councils and all realise what you're giving to your communities?
Well, in fair, we had Jennifer Moran got the Minister for Sport down, and he was down with us and looked at the whole lot. And
Yeah,
we,
but only
we
because
had
it's
photos.
election year. I'm sorry, no.
Oh, yeah, I know that. Yeah, but look, that's their job too,
So,
isn't it?
so like, I mean, we had our podcast yesterday, and I listened to Joe Brolly's Free State. I don't know if you listened to it. So before Christmas, 3 counties up the country are now being investigated by the Inland Revenue about the referees being paid. They want to tax the referees up there in the GAA. So if that happens, it's going to come into our thing. And I
It won't
have
never happen, let's say.
I have a thing that they don't really realise, apart from the actual game, what ye, him, myself, and everybody, all the wider community, actually give to the as regards mental well-being, fitness, camaraderie, pride in, you know, like Dean Kelly's dad looking at him, sticking in them. I tell you can't quantify what that's like, you know. And you've all seen yours talking about great coach, little brothers watching older brothers play, you know, keeping people away from. And I don't think we value it enough. We should be hammering these guys to come.
I've heard you say that before now.
Hanover should be getting an area tailor-made for you because of what you're giving to the community. So should ye. So should Stonyford should be getting it. Listen, you're keeping people away from drugs. You're keeping the people away from depression. You're keeping them away from antisocial behaviour. You're keeping them fit. You're keeping them out of hospitals for being sick and all this. And they don't see it as anything other than a sport till they quantify it tangibly as a monetary thing.
But see,
and I think we should be hammering them.
It should be, Davy. But big clubs will grow.
What are you laughing at?
Just let someone else speak.
No, it's all right. It's just his podcast. He said the one. This is his second podcast this week.
It was when he tried to speak 3 times. You
No,
should have let him.
no, but what I'm trying to say is, I don't disagree with you, but I would say to you is, see, like, take freebooters, right? Okay, they would have got minimal support down through the year. How old are freebooters, Davy?
Oh, 75 years.
75 years old, right? So they would have grown out of the volunteerism that they had, out of lads fundraising and all that crack to put in what they have, with very little help.
True.
So my take on that whole thing
Then it's
is,
Socrates.
clubs who work together and work hard within will grow big, and they'll grow bigger than grants, than help, than support. Yeah, they'll apply for it and all that, but they actually don't fucking need it.
Yeah, but you take...
There's not too many clubs Podge able to afford a full-size Astro.
No, there's not. No, I hear you.
Do you know what I mean?
And Pat's hard, they needed help.
Yeah.
What I'm saying to you is, if you relied on them all the fucking time, you'd be waiting forever,
Yeah,
man.
but this is the thing, Podge, I said, you look at the bicycle shed, you look at this supposed tunnel, slippers on people's feet. There's clubs that John Delaney had a £70,000 sculpture at his fucking birthday party.
Lyrat, was it? Lyrat, was it?
Do you know, up in Lyrat,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? There's clubs out there, if you give them €1,000, could probably buy bibs and cones
Yeah.
and all this. And that's so valuable to that little club. But the effect of that going out, like I'm praying they get their new ground, because they have hundreds of kids out there. And then in the catchment area, they'll get more. And them kids will have somewhere to go.
Yeah.
That will keep them away from all the other crap that's going on in the world. And I think the government, because of the Irish people, the way we are, we'll sit here and talk about it, they get away scot-free. They get away scot-free.
What's your impression of the Irish people in sport?
In sport, I think...
Damien, your microphone working, is it?
No, it's grand. You're all right. You have your mind made up on that one. Go on, get the next one. Get the next one. No, you're happy. Go on, you're happy. I like seeing you happy.
I genuinely think Irish people in sport, once it's fair and really competitive, everyone's happy. I really do. I think if I'm playing ye and I give you everything I can get and you beat me, happy days. And you're the same. But I think the likes of ye and us in sport, and take it a karate coach or a boxing, whoever it is, intrinsically all these people are good people. And I don't think ye, him, all of us, any club, get the respect they deserve for what they do for the greater Irish community. And I think they're wonderful people in every club. Every club. And the problem I have is the government don't see that.
Yeah.
And you have to look for, you're getting
The government aren't going to see it unless they're making fucking money over it.
Yeah.
yeah. But this is where,
That's the reality though, isn't
That's
it?
the fact of it. Like that's what it is.
and it just drives me insane.
Think of any, like you're saying, as you said, an election year. I seen there was stuff that went on around Stonyford, where I'm from, and there was about 3 or 4 different politicians who put up yokes about, did great work here. And I was like, how the fuck did all ye do great work to do it? But none of you were anywhere to be seen. Like, that's bullshit.
It's crazy, yeah.
The model, if you look at, right, let's talk about grassroots soccer, right?
Yeah.
Look at the Iceland model. Qualified for, I don't know, remember the England. What year was that? Whatever it was. But that was a 15-year plan where they got the best coaches, trained them for free, put them in work and paid them in Iceland. Similar size to us. And we have to go apply for a grant. And there's more money here. So you're telling me that every under 15 League of Ireland young lad that plays has to go pay registration?
Most of them.
Of big...
It's not cheap either, Podge.
Big money. In my opinion.
The likes of
Why is
Rovers
that
and
not-
all don't, but you're talking 500-600
But
quid.
why is it not subsidised? Why is that
And-
not
and the
covered
rest
by the
of them.
government?
Academy soccer is expensive in England.
Massive.
And
And,
parents,
and
I
you're
mean.
correct, it should be. This is the problem we have. You remember the pensioners that tried to take a few quid off the pensioners? Was it 10 years ago? Or the
I know you're that age. I'm not
Yeah,
so
when I'm younger.
and every pensioner tried to take
You and Papa can
a
take
tenner a week off the pensioners, right? And the country went
Thank
to
God
Dublin,
his microphone
and they
doesn't
all
work.
marched on Dublin, and they had to read.
Yeah, but
Change their mind.
but that's image though.
Yeah,
See, this is a different conversation
It was a slow
altogether.
march, I'd say.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a Zimmer. It was down to a Zimmer.
he thinks I should be on
Stroll.
my
You should be.
No,
on
but
that.
see the problem is with government as well. There's an image side to them that they don't want to be seen to be not supporting this demographic of people.
Yeah.
Do you know? Like, let's be honest. Soccer is bottom of the food chain when it comes to grants
yeah.
and things like that.
Yep.
I'm sure we talked about one week about the fucking money that went to greyhound racing, and I was saying, what was it? How many million was it?
The soccer got 4.5 this year. Greyhound racing got 19.5. Horse racing got 70.
As I said, the greyhound
Racing got 19.
Ferraris.
What's
Or
the
something, are they?
greyhound races?
The greyhounds chasing each other
Expensive
around
food, is
Ferraris.
it?
Fuck me, like
19.5
Pedigree
million.
chum, is it?
that's all they're fucking half them fit for. Like. Fuck's
Um,
sake.
Genuine, yeah. We as a collective got 4.5 in Leinster. Greyhound racing got 19.5. The horse racing got 40 or 70. And it's to go up next year. This is what Joe Brawley is giving out stink about. He said it's similar to the volunteers in the GAA. Now, he was predominantly talking GAA. But the guy may be marking the pitch and he gets maybe 20 quid a week for diesel going up now with the thing.
Yeah.
They want to see where that money is going and all this. And this is my problem. Just say you were getting 50 quid a week for carting stuff in and out to St. Pat's and doing the train station. And they want to tax that. But they don't realise what you're giving to the wider fucking community.
Is that because they might
And I
make
have a
money
real
out of the
problem with
audit?
No, it's
How
all the
much
way.
is Papa
Yeah.
paying you to go into the Oscar Traynor?
I don't know. What are we getting?
Can't mention on the
Yeah,
AirPods.
yeah, it's going to be audited as well.
No, but is that because the money of the potential audit that can happen on these things? Because like the only reason that there's the kibosh is put on these things is because there's money to be made. It's not because I'm Robin Hood, I'm taking the war,
Yeah,
taking
I
rich
don't
kids to the
know,
war.
you see, but what's the name of that? The All-Ireland referee 2 years ago.
Leash was it
Goff.
Deegan? No,
Goff.
Goff,
Is it?
is it?
The boys couldn't believe this. Have a guess how much he got for refereeing the All-Ireland in
Zero.
80,000. €6.78.
yeah, it's a privilege. It's a privilege to ref it, isn't that the term?
Right? And they want to. So a GAA ref gets, I think he gets €25 for a game, €30, something like that, and they want to tax that. And he's going out and doing that. You know,
James is throwing up fingers there. I feel like Maverick and Top Gun. Sorry, Davy. Throw it up again, James.
Well, you don't look like
What do
Maverick,
referees get? 15.
15.
50. So thanks. When you said it the first time,
Yeah, but that's
Fuck's
soccer.
sake.
Is that GAA
sounds like
referee?
Yeah.
sounds like.
So he
Sure,
drives to a game,
Soccer the same, then.
takes a bit of abuse, love of the game.
No, it takes a
drives
lot of
home.
abuse.
Like, it's 50 quid, is that enough? And they want to tax it, and then, I have a terrible problem with it because the two individuals we talked and the young lad you talked about, world is not the same place that we grew up in. And the things that you're doing, Oscar Traynor and your clubs and helping the schoolboys and all, that's so valuable.
We grew up in different worlds.
Yeah, your first bike is a penny farthing.
Yeah.
Mine
My
was a
world in
BMX.
colour.
Yours in colour.
Yours is in black and white. Oh, no.
Charlie
Charlie
Chaplin was my
Chaplin run
school.
You were,
round with no one
you,
talking.
were, you were an extra in It's a
That's why he
Wonderful
hasn't
Life.
stopped, he hasn't stopped talking since. There was no sound, no colour, no nothing. Like that.
Getting it all out now.
What the fuck do you think
Papa,
I
we're
am?
three up. We're three up
get
there.
it.
We're cruising. We're home and hawes.
We
I
all
told you if we
guess.
drop back and said no, we win.
Sit back, Pash.
Davey wants you all to guess what age he is.
And it's this month.
How many stones are in the glass?
I'm down to.
Yeah,
It's
you know,
6 months ago.
Blinded.
to be honest, though, it is a fantastic. I didn't think we were going to speak about that side, but it is actually a fantastic topic.
Yeah, it's massive.
You can go so deep into that whole volunteering thing because we all know coaches who are in it for themselves.
Yeah, correct.
And they're coming out and they have 9 million cons down, and
Yeah.
every player
Land
is a
aeroplanes.
football. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's fucking, and he's like that, giving the signals, and you know.
Yeah, what's the
there's-
score? We're losing 4-0.
Yeah.
Under 7
Get
girls.
back in.
Yeah, but my son at right back is fantastic.
Yeah.
So look at
That's the lad digging in the sand over there.
Yeah, that's
on
the lad
ostrich.
eating a
A butterfly
snail.
passes and he's running and he just heads off after the butterfly. Yeah.
But I think for me, I think it's another episode, lads.
Yeah.
I really do. I think that's that whole thing behind coaches and
Yeah.
support they get from government and grants. I think it's a different gravy. Like, where are you on the Stonyford project? Like,
We're
is that microphone working, James? Yeah.
hello.
When did you come in?
I'm Damien Davies' friend. He just brought me tonight. We've been completely knocked back over what we were told is a 1,000-year flood.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Is it Noah's Ark, is it?
Yeah.
Like to build an ark.
There's a
floating pitch.
There's a small stream that goes by the pitch, and that's what the thing we're given was a 1,000-year flood. This
Who makes that decision then?
sure, county councils or whoever. Like,
Is there
and
some nerd in the county council going around town with
someone like
1,000-year
that.
flood?
Like, so we have to kind of go back to them and say, is there so much we can do, or is it
No.
off the board altogether?
You have to wait, yeah.
Kind of thing, like so.
We have to do an excavation dig for bodies in the plots. There's one for you.
They won't miss
I'm
that
telling
one
you.
again.
Could you give
buried
any?
plenty up there.
Could you give any daylight on that?
Yeah.
Well, that's fucked.
When the Astros applied for that dig has to be done. It's been done on Saturday week.
Well,
There's
your
no-
grant is fucked anyway.
there's
don't
no
you,
way,
then?
yeah. And hitting enough level tackles up there.
Yeah, but lads over there waiting for the snow to go.
The boneyard.
The boneyard, yeah.
No wonder the pitch is up and
Like
down.
Con Air up there. Yeah.
Like, was it a...
It's a dig that no, it's just
grave?
it's
Was it
it's a new
graveyard
it's a
years?
new thing from. I'm not really
Was it
100%.
probably
on it.
that, no?
No. I don't know whether someone flagged it or from the council or a local person around the area.
Yeah.
But there has to be a dig done, and I think it's 15 metres in length by 2 metres in depth, and it's been done between the two pitches at the back of the small, not a bottom pitch.
I hear you, yeah.
And
A
the
specific
sideline at the
area,
far
like?
one, or a specific area in between the two. You can't dig up the pitch, obviously.
Well, the trees are there. And
No, it's in between the two.
Between
at,
two
the, at the back,
between the two of them.
do you know, set up, you know the back goal and it's on the bottom pitch?
yes.
Yeah.
And the Astro.
Yeah.
That line there
Ah,
will be
okay,
done.
I
it's,
hear you.
and it's been done like
Was
that.
it 10 by 10? 50 by 50?
15 metre length by 2 metres deep, and they go look for something like that. And
And is everybody in the area backing you on getting the Astro?
they're all helping us, yeah.
good.
Like there's obviously you're going to have a few complaints, but
Yeah, I know,
but
but you know,
the rules, the lights have to be off by a certain time on
I
our
know,
restaurant.
yeah,
And we never do that, and we give it to any birthday parties around the area. We give it to
but
them
the thing
free
is,
for birthday parties.
found
Just
up in
we
Perfect
help them out
unit,
that
yeah,
way as well.
yeah.
up in the Fair Green, a lot of the older people were delighted the lights were on.
Yeah.
Would you believe? Because
Yeah.
they looked out and it was bright and the
Yeah.
back lanes were all lit up and it was
Oh, yeah.
safer,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, where there was initial little bit of trepidation and then the lights come up and they're going, oh, we're looking out the back and we can see out the back garden
Yeah.
and all.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it was great.
I'd be on
great.
the same side of it. I'd rather a really good grass pitch
Yeah.
than a good Astro pitch. But the plots is in a bad
He's
need
going
of
to
an
laugh at
Astro
me now
pitch.
again. Callan
It's
United out, you know Callan out there. The grass pitches are fantastic.
Are they?
Davey, you want to see the one in Pat's?
Really?
Here we go.
Did you ever play in the old one?
Yeah.
You would have.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It's gone
Great.
back- It's back, lads.
Is it?
Yeah.
Brilliant. There was always a good place
Small
to
bit
go.
smaller.
Used to be some games down there, lads.
I don't think.
Great
We knocked
games,
you in
yeah.
the Junior Cup the year after you won
Yeah,
it.
year after we won it, yeah.
1-0, Killian
sure,
Coakley.
it's all right,
Still
we-
celebrate.
But then again, we did win it.
Killian, was it?
Did they win it that year?
No.
They haven't won a
Has
trophy in 20
anyone,
years.
just
and I'm
walked
not
around
being
there.
smart now. Is there a Leinster Junior Cup winners in Carlow?
No.
Fuck you.
That's all right then. Just check it. I'll
I
take
know
it.
it's the
I
answer.
thought New York.
That's a no.
What, the semi-final?
We got to the semi-final
They were robbed.
and
They were robbed a couple of
Peters
years
of
ago.
Athlone bets, I think.
Yeah.
An
Last
extra
year was the
time
year
in
for
Pats. And then York got beaten by Wexford Bows, was it?
Wexford Bows or Gorey was there?
Yeah.
something?
Wexford
Wexford
Bows.
Bows done their homework and scored 2 absolute worldies.
Yeah.
And the boys are missing 2 centre halves.
Yeah.
Got 3 players. Lee
I
Walker was
wouldn't
missing as
say
well.
we'd be too far away from this year, boys.
Old,
I know they.
was it Old County a couple of
They're
years
playing each
ago?
other. Well, Lee's not Lee's playing football this
Was it
year.
Old County or team down from Dublin? They went 1-0 up. Newark got Dean got a ricochet from a free kick, beat the offside and scored, and the linesman, the referee, gave it as offside, and he was nowhere near offside. And they had that team bet if that goal had to given, there was only going to be
This
one
year?
winner. No, a couple of years ago
Oh.
in the semi-final. The semi-final, quarter-final, semi-final.
Semi-final got bet last year, was it?
Yeah, that's the only
Yeah,
semi-final.
that's the only
It must have been
semi-final.
a quarter-final about 2 or 3 years ago.
They've been knocking, though. But
They
been
have,
knocking.
yeah.
But I think Wexford is.
I think they got
is a super
unlucky
force.
last year with the 3 lads, the 2 centre halves suspended, and Lee
Yeah.
Walker, who's an outlet, like, and he's fit as a flea, and he covered the ground and
And
all
this
that.
is the thing, you see.
And they missed them 3 players.
There's certain players you can.
The 3 players that
compensate
come
for,
in
but there's some
will
you
do a
can't.
job there in the Carlow
Yeah.
League when you're going to that level. But I think if they played, now you'll see them to drew each other in the next round of the Leinster Junior thing in New York. Wexford Boys will beat them last year.
Yeah.
So we'll see there's your man follow Dean around the field again. He's like a flying shite, wasn't he?
But you know what it is? I said this to Dean as well. Like, why didn't he just go sit in the right wing there for 10 or 15 minutes and open the game up?
I think they'll learn from him as well. I think they'll do something like they won't just accept that this year.
I said to Gav as well in the podcast, why didn't he put him on wide for a few minutes?
He sort of knew himself, didn't he?
Gav's not fool.
Nice fella, Gav. I have to say, a good time for him.
You'd even see it when you're playing yourself though, and if there is someone kind of following you, even if it is from crosses or whatever, you kind of pull yourself out because you're.
Of course you
you'll
do.
take him out of it
I
as
do
well.
something,
And then
yeah.
go,
I'm not going to do the same thing all the time.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know,
Well, if
you-
you say if you're playing a 10, right, or even if you're an 8, and you have someone on you, won't leave you alone. If you stand out on the right or left for 10 or 15 minutes and he follows you,
Pulling the full centre
you just
half
made a
over,
2v2 in the middle.
Yeah. And it
And
drives
if, you,
them
and if your
insane.
9 drops in, now you have the overload,
Yeah.
and I'm out here on the right.
Yeah, but he's following you, Podge, and he's getting a better you. So that's they're their best players out. So you're in. That's trying to get him out there. Make it a 2v2.
Yeah.
Now when you walk getting top it, but you may go back in there and give him a hand. Next one to freeze up Dean.
Next
Dean
thing
is
you're
free.
free,
Yeah,
yes.
Yes.
You know what I
Even
mean?
down to
There you
like
go.
how good and all
Yeah.
that Dean is, like no matter what your man is, your man obviously isn't there to play football.
No.
He's there to stop Dean, and if
Yeah.
Dean goes out there,
But he
that's
just
his
looked down
job
for the
done.
whole
like.
game. He just stared down for the whole game. Like, and do you know what it is? We played them there whenever we give someone the job of them.
Yeah, yeah.
Only when the ball was there.
Yeah.
You be within an area that you can get there when the ball moves
Close
to
them
him.
off. Yeah, yeah.
Don't follow him around like an idiot.
I think what G did different from the cup final to the league game. Obviously, Jan did that job, tried to do him in the cup final. Dean got the better of him.
Yeah.
But Jan was only concentrating on where's Dean.
Yeah,
Now,
instead of
when
playing his
Pats
game.
had the ball, he was running beyond Dean. He was coming, oh, Jesus, I might pick up him here now. And he was becoming an attacking player as well as just, whoever the deepest one is, pick up Dean.
Makes him
He can
track
do
back
that.
a bit as well, yeah,
So
yeah.
he wasn't just.
I think
Not sitting in
He's
that
not going to
hole,
go into the
space
box. He's
thought
marking
him,
Dean. That's all he's worried about.
you go to the
Do you know what I
latter,
mean?
latter stages of these competitions, even you'll see if you go through in the Oscar Traynor, which of course you will, like, and or whoever goes
There's sarcasm in his voice.
but genuinely, when you get to that, and you know when you get to a good run in the cup or something, you get to later stages, whatever the manager does now, the players kind of have to go to themselves, hang on lads, we can do this. You know, you have to trust yourselves to do what ye do. And sometimes, pick up that, like you said, pick him up when he's on the ball.
Yeah.
But not be worried about him all the time. You kind of have to go, listen, we're good enough to do this.
Well, the question is to the player, are you smart enough that when the ball is turned over, you're close enough to get to him?
Correct.
Or you could just do the old school coaching. The close man press the ball, lads. It's the same thing as man Marco, if he's a different person.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And you know, generally what happens in those situations, when you lose, that good player gets away once and causes something to happen.
Yeah.
You know, and the lad is focused on the whole time. Just play your own game and, like you said, pick him up when he's on the ball. Let everybody press him. But if you're going to be in a semi-final or a quarter-final, semi-final, final, you're good enough to be there. Like we were talking to Damo about the Leinster final in 2008. We were playing really well, and their centre midfielder kicked one of our lads. Jesus, it was worse than Hallen and
was
Keane.
that, sure?
Yeah. Sent off, fucking ruined the game for us. They just sat in. Enda Stevens was the left full for Cherry Orchard that
Every
day.
time he got the ball, he turned.
Fuck me.
Turned,
And he had two goals. He had two great efforts from left full. He should have got man of the match that day.
he was deadly,
Only we won it. One of Ireland's got it, but he should have got it. And he came down the right, cut in, through the side. Fucking lightning. Had two efforts, Graham saved him. And actually, the second one, Graham said to him, Enda, come in a bit closer, for fuck's sake. You're never going to score from out. And he wasn't being smart.
Yeah.
But they just sat in and caught us and ruined it as a game.
Yeah.
You know? And
That was pens, Dave, wasn't it? It was pens in the end, wasn't
went to
it?
penalties. Dean Brawler's got the winner.
Dino
yeah.
Brawler's got the winner, yeah.
Yeah.
Many have you 2, 3?
Three Leinster juniors, 3 Leinster youths, and a Leinster plate.
No FEI junior.
2 semi-finals.
I didn't ask you that.
No, 2
You
semi-finals.
told me that a few weeks ago, and I said, so you didn't win it.
Yeah.
2 semi-finals.
If you were to change one rule, what would it be? I think we'll leave David last on this. Or
See now what you've done. Like.
Hey, there's cameras here. Everyone can fucking see. it.
Boycotting Kenny Soccer Podcast.
Did you
Oh,
want me to come in and just stay quiet? Like,
You want me to answer?
yeah.
go ahead.
Give it to Graham first. Me.
Graham. Who's Graham?
Damien, sorry, Damien.
Yeah, Damien's first.
Third time you called me Graham.
You don't even look like a Graham.
Don't even look like a human.
Fucking lovely looking human. I get rid of offside because I hate having to come back on side. Sick of it.
I know, be realistic.
Damien, that's poor lazy striker's answer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Scores goals.
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you get rid of offside? Would you not think it'd congest things too much in the box? You're just going back to front all the fucking time.
No, fucking referees just get it so wrong a lot of the time.
Oh, you don't have linesmen.
We don't have linesmen.
We've linesmen in
We don't
Premier
even
games.
line. We don't
We
even
have
linesmen
two.
here.
We have 2 referee societies, though.
Well, that's another episode as well.
Yeah.
I wanted to.
I think the offside rule where you have to, where you know where he's obviously offside, Like we see it probably more in the Premier
Yeah.
League in England than you would see in
Whereas the
Carlow.
second phase.
Whereas like a player could get absolutely walloped there in the tackle and he's 15 yards offside. If he's 15 yards offside, it's not close. What you waiting 15 seconds for?
Yeah.
Put the fucking flag.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Someone gets injured
Yeah.
then or something for because they were
Yeah.
trying
And
to.
another one gets me, and it's not even a rule. It is a rule in soccer, but it's not a rule of the game itself. When you're coaching a team, if 20, 22 players, then you come to a match day, cup final, give us your 18 players.
Yeah.
I'm coaching 22 lads here,
Yeah.
right?
That's my rule change.
For 9 months of the year.
Yeah, you're dead right. That's a good
Right? Why are you giving me 18 players? Right?
Yeah.
You've got 4 lads I've trained for 9 months of the year. Oh no, you talk up, but you can't be on the bench.
Even
And he's standing. Then he's told to stand behind the fence.
Yeah.
There should be no limit on
Fuck
match
off.
cards.
Yeah, even
No,
those
you're dead
Absolutely
right.
not.
Correct.
Even
yeah.
the
No, you
one
have
thing,
your.
like-
You know, you have your 16 or 18 lads in the match
Yeah.
card.
Yeah.
These are me lads in the squad. Everybody there talked out is allowed into the
Yeah.
dugout. That's it.
Even
Correct.
Only
That was the
mess-
one I
only
was-
messing
was that
with
your
the.
own?
That was my one.
And that's
Yeah.
a killer, isn't it, when you have to leave a couple of
I
lads
was
out.
kind of going
Yeah.
with the same
Horrible.
thing again, but I was going roll on, roll off because
I like that with 35.
yeah, but I think it affects a lot of the smaller clubs who have 12, 13 players maybe
Correct.
on a day. If you have 2
Correct.
lads come on and 2 lads can get a break for 10, 15
Correct.
minutes
Teams
and then
wouldn't
come
stop
back
finding
on.
players that wouldn't have 12 13 players.
Is that why Booters only have...
One team.
Do you know that?
Have you ever coached anyone who wasn't in blue? Are you a big Rangers supporter?
Yeah, Scotland. Is that Scotland, is it?
AC/DC.
AC/DC, baby.
Is it? Akadaka, boy.
Exactly, boy.
What's your rule change?
Well, I kind of, Carlow and Poppa's have 2. One would be, you know, when a lad gets injured and he has to go off the pitch and wait for the ref to call him.
Yeah.
What a load of horseshit.
What was
Allowed
what would
if,
you
if the
change?
player gets booked for the tackle on you,
Yeah.
he's allowed to stay on the field.
Play on the field.
Like, your leg could be still hanging
If a lad
off.
gets injured and the medic comes out and the referee's standing there, yeah, he's okay to play. Up you get, let's play on. This thing of going off and having to play with 10 men for a minute, 30 seconds,
Yeah.
2 minutes, till he... Rubbish. And the one thing I would do up in Kilkenny, I don't know whether to do it, well, I do all around the league, would be, you sign for your A team at the start of the season, that's it. No dropping up and down, playing 5 games with your second team and all that. Your squad is your squad
If
from
you
start
if you
to
run
finish.
Kilkenny like that, if you play 4 teams, 4 games with the first
We're
team,
3.
4.
We're 5.
No, if you
5.
play 4, you're done.
Yeah.
You're 4th. No.
The 4 on your 4th, you're done.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can only play 3 games.
You can play 3 games with both, but you can't play 4 with
play
Yeah,
the
but
five.
listen,
You
can play 25
been to
with the
reserve
league,
league a few
but
times,
only
haven't
three.
you?
yeah, I think a reserve league would be brilliant.
I think it's. I think
You
it's
said
times.
that. Yeah.
So you can have, like you were saying, your 22 players,
Yeah.
and then you have a good youth team, and you think, right, look, 6 or 7 of them are ready for men's football.
Yeah.
The boys who don't play on a Sunday, plus them young lads, play a reserve game during the week. Then they go, right, look at Tommy we're stuck in Sunday, Tommy can play right wing, young 17, 18-year-old. So your club is really cohesive.
Yeah.
And then other lads go off to other teams, and you have that.
You have a reserve league in Kilkenny. You have Freebooter, or sorry,
No, there's 13 B teams at the Kenny.
Evergreen 6.
Evergreen,
reserves.
Evergreen
A, 46
B,
reserves.
Evergreen B, who are in the Premier.
Evergreen 47,
Yeah.
40, 49.
They have 12 teams now.
It's like bingo, isn't it? Full house.
Who you play this week? Not sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, you go to reserve league in Kilkenny. What do you have? Evergreen B, who are in the Premier. Freebooters don't have a B team.
Which is
Bridge United are in the Premier. Their B team is in the 3rd division. Thomastown.
But
have a
you're
B
thinking
team
about
in
it
the
all wrong,
2nd
Demo.
division.
Not trying to cut across you now, but you're thinking
no.
about it wrong.
It doesn't matter where they are, Damien.
Doesn't matter where they are.
Well, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get the same lads at the same clubs.
But what you're going to get is, here's where I'm coming from, right? What you're going to get is a pathway in a club, right? So if you come out with youths,
Boy,
you're not ready to go into that first team setup.
Correct.
You go and you play with the B team, but the B team plays against other B teams in the reserve league. If you're on that B team, you're not getting games with the Bs or the A team. You go to a club who's playing in the 1st division, 2nd division, or the Premier
Correct.
club.
yeah, but we don't. That's what I'm saying. You have 4 teams there
Where?
in Kilkenny.
What
So
do you mean you
that's
have 4
why-
teams?
You're from the one fucking club we were talking about all
Yeah,
night.
but-
What are you?
No, but this is the thing. They have 1 team and a reserve team. The rest are gone.
Where's the players going, though?
Go after other
They have
clubs.
to go find a club, don't they?
And Papa, that's the
It
thing.
makes other teams stronger, doesn't it?
Correct.
But that's because. But this is where you have to lose. I hate the word B team.
Yes.
I cannot stand it. You're the one. We train together. You're the one club, lads. Why are you
Correct.
pigeonholing yourself?
Correct.
Why are you a B team?
And it causes friction if you get drawn in a cup. B team player, right? Show them.
Yeah.
A team player, I'm better than you.
If you
I'd
if
fucking
you
love
can,
to
if
play
you
our B
can't
team.
make
Could I?
if you can't make your B team, and you've aspirations to make your A team, it's time to go.
Yes.
If you're coming through and you're playing B team and you go play A team, you don't get much game time. You go back to the B team, or it's time to go. If it works perfectly, you have the player coming through and he plays youths, B team, 2 seasons. He's your number 6 for your A team.
Show me anything that works perfectly in fucking.
But
local
Damo,
soccer.
this is the model of from professional football all the way down everywhere else. This is the model. They have their first team, they have their reserve team, and then they have their academy. This is what they have.
If you make
Demi feels like he's been bullied a minute.
no,
doesn't he?
I'm just fucking. I know where he's coming from. That's the thing. He's not coming from a junior soccer because
I am coming from a
he's a
junior.
League of Ireland man. Like you know.
Okay,
so,
yeah.
He is a
Yeah. He just pulled the Uno reverse cards.
I heard of that.
Checkmate.
You know,
Bishop wins.
Turn me over,
You're out.
you've been done.
Do you not think?
for me, the League of Ireland should come back in line with junior soccer, not junior soccer go in line.
Well, I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
You're summer soccer head, right?
Well, actually, as I said, the last 2 times I was interviewed, shall we say, because the League of Ireland is going so well, full houses, right now. And let's be honest, the top League of Ireland teams, Shamrock Rovers and all, they're probably League 2 at the moment. Middle of League 2, top of League 2. They're no higher than that,
Say
right?
that again?
Shamrock Rovers, the top League of Ireland teams are probably League 2 in England. League 2, maybe League 1. That's as far as
Do you
they're
know
going.
what? We asked Podge Hammond that question, who played League 2 and League 1 and below it. He doesn't think it's accurate.
He thinks we're lower.
He thinks it's a judgment that's unfair to make.
All right, okay.
He thinks individuals
Yeah.
can go play at that level. But if you're looking at teams and clubs, with the history of clubs,
Yeah.
financially, and where they ran, that's a different story. Could you get 11 lads to play League 2 from League of Ireland?
course you could,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Could you get a model where you're dropping Shamrock Rovers into that tier?
No.
Maybe not. And, you know,
Yeah.
so, sorry.
Then the same thing. Could you get a League 2 team in England to go out in that Europa Conference League or whatever?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And win the games.
Yeah,
that-
yeah.
So
Yeah,
no, it's
look at that
strange,
Podge
yeah.
there, Podge Hammond, right?
Yeah.
So if we want to produce more Podge Hammonds and better, let's be honest, better, you're Robbie Keanes or whoever. The League of Ireland isn't going to change because the product now is very good, and Damien Duff was very good for the League of Ireland last year with his honest interviews about
He's
the
an
ground.
absolute psychopath, isn't
Yeah, nuts, love him.
Isn't he
Love him. Yeah.
But
you see
we're
him-
cancelled.
Did you see him? No,
he is a
that's episode
psychopath.
did you see him
40 and
shouting
the
about the
final
grounds,
episode.
the state of the grounds and this and all that?
He is, though.
Yeah. So right, that
He's won
product,
every week,
like,
man.
was it Shells and Rovers or Shells and whoever it was, and Rovers and Waterford on the same night, and everybody was watching.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
product is really good, and it's now in summer soccer, so they weren't going to change. I think for all the young lads, for that progression, now you know to get to the top is very, 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 very hard. But we had to come in line. Now, if the League of Ireland was winter and we were summer, I would still say we should change in line with them. It just happens to be the other way. If it doesn't work and it goes back, fine. But that product now is full grounds every week. They're still not getting the due on the television. You know, you go a League of Ireland TV, but there should be more games on the TV. I saw Pádraig
more
Gammon.
exposure now, though.
Yeah, there
A lot
is.
more exposure for League of Ireland than
Well,
there was.
the gates have
It's
exceeded
mine,
1
everybody,
million.
yeah,
haven't they?
yeah.
But
because young
Every
lads,
Friday night there's a game on
young
TV,
lads are
right?
seeing it online, they're seeing it on telly. You know, can we go to a game?
It's
Now,
becoming almost
yeah, Just
hipster.
because it's on
Yeah.
telly now, it's
But
like
you look
something
at
where you
take
should go
Podge
to.
Hammond himself.
Correct.
If you even just a snapshot of him, the last game against Rovers, he gave Rovers an half time. He destroyed their back four. But I've been not up close and personal, but I've seen him and the effect he's had on the club when he goes down. He's professional. Like he's not a chap. He's experienced player, but he's as fit as a flea.
Oh, he is, yeah.
His movement is unbelievable.
He's muscles on muscles, isn't
Yeah,
he? Look at him here sitting in the
but
studio.
the way he moves and the way he carries himself is great for young lads to look at. So if we have to come in line for it and people get used to playing soccer at that time and go and watch these games, more crowds to see the likes of Podge Hammond, your Richie Towles, your Graham Burks, these guys, I don't think that's a bad thing. But I think to produce the next level of players, because we all want to go, your players to get a higher level and all this, something had to be done. And it just happened to be this. I'm not sure if it's right, but I just think something had to be done.
I think the moniker of summer soccer is garbage because Ireland, you don't know what you're going to get 12 months a year,
True,
right?
yeah.
You just don't know what you're going to get. I think it's down. I think it's an administrative change. Murta Mara was on with us. He made a great point. It's one registration window.
Yeah.
That's what they're after.
That's what they're after,
Less
yeah.
work.
That's it. Instead of going to the school calendar year,
Yeah.
everyone is fucking happy in Carrickthorne. Let's move on with life.
Yeah.
Lads, we are gone fucking about 9.5 hours. This is the Forever Podcast.
Did we get to the end of the questions?
Yeah, we got to the end of the question.
Barely.
Podge versus Poppa. Poppa, this has to be quick, right?
Yeah, man.
Hats Kilree, Saturday, what do you think?
We're in trouble.
This has to be quick.
5-0.
Kilree?
The Pats. So not dark out, like.
I'm going to go 3-1 Pats.
My God.
Hanover, Bagnallstown, Pop.
Never
By the way,
mind.
the score is... I'm 3 ahead of you, 33-36.
Sure.
Danny Doyle back.
Danny's back in the Oscar. Oh, sorry.
Yes, boy.
Go on.
Lads, you listening?
Never many goals in that game, Podge. 2-1 to Hanover.
I'm going to go for a Desmond.
Of course you are. Sit in defence, sprinkle hole.
Aren't they winning?
Yeah.
Suck it. Vale Parkville.
Not sure what kind of Vale is going to turn up. Do you know what I mean? Jekyll or Hyde.
Or Parkville.
Yeah.
Bet you'll say Desmond.
Ooh, Mystic Meg.
What are you going? Was it
1-2.
1-2? You
Vale
test the
1,
microphones.
Parkville 2.
2-1 to Parkville.
Yeah.
How are Parkville going? Good.
Has to be quick.
Unbelievable wealth of players.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, like as strong as anyone in the league, in my opinion.
Right.
Just can't transfer it for whatever reason.
They can in patches, but just over
Like,
the
they
course
gave
of the
us
season.
We bet him we bet him in the Shield 2-0. We bet him in Parkville 2-1, and they gave us everything we wanted of it. Everything, you know. I think
You're going Desmond 2-2.
Has to be quick,
no,
Podge.
I'm going to go 3-1 Parkville.
That's where that Desmond 2-2 is.
There is fixtures as well, Papa. We haven't got time to go over them because Davey fucking talked to you.
What you done?
Did I speak for you? I didn't speak for you. did I?
Oh, do you win the league this year?
Ooh! Shots fired!
Club is 50 years old this year.
He didn't ask you that. Was he a historian? Go ahead.
You're on my side. You're on my side.
Podge, you're going to win the league. We're 50 years old this year.
We come in here with a game plan. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
No,
man.
there's no.
I had to give him a goal.
There's
3-1,
no
Podge.
sorry. There's not 3-1. I don't know.
That's Oscar's game.
To be honest, and say this early, I can't see a St. Pat's captain holding a trophy in my head.
Right.
And that's not because they won't. It's just that I can't.
Is
Because,
it a mental thing or?
yeah, for me it is, yeah.
There's
I'm
enough
scared.
space. There's enough space in there from the hold one, I'd say.
Yeah. There's 3. I've been betting 3 finals. 4, sorry. 1 in Kilkenny, East End best in the
Horrible,
Shield. E best in the league.
Yeah.
And 2 Carlow Cups. Sorry, 1 Shield. Sorry, 2 Shields, 2 Carlow Cups. Second,
9
second,
finals,
third,
Podge.
second in my time.
Second, third, second.
And we won the only thing I won is the 35s. Carlow
Second,
Cup.
third, second.
Yeah. Don't through the years.
And
yeah.
who won them 3? Do you remember?
He won 1 and no, he didn't.
We beat you in the Shield final.
He bet us in Shield final. Critty Yard.
You walk with second or
Critty
so
Yard,
in the
no,
league.
Critty Yard.
Yeah.
So is it similar down here then to everywhere else where you have 2 teams dominating for a 10-year spell and everybody else trying to catch them?
No, I think it's land of opportunity here. I think anyone come in at any time.
So like your last half a
This
dozen.
is the best. I put this ready that I won't sit in defence. This is the best Pats team I've seen
Right, very
in
good.
my time.
Right. Oh, very good.
Papa,
Because it's been a big.
No.
And now listen, it's been a big jump.
You can
in
say
from
what
the
you
last
want.
couple of
That's my
years.
opinion. I think it's. Well, what? You won nothing.
fair point well
Yeah.
made.
Right. Great individual players.
And the gavel is dropped.
And a great team. And they weren't great friends of mine.
That's 3-2.
But they didn't win. But they didn't win anything. I think this Pats team.
Do you think they can
I
win
think
the
it'll
league?
be a failure of a season if they don't win a trophy.
What trophy? Do you think they'll win the league?
Well, they can't win. They're going out the Shield. So there's the Premier Cup, the Carlow Cup, or the league.
Are they good enough to win the league?
Oh, they are definitely good enough to win it, yeah. But to get the better of that in your walk team is a lot easier, a lot harder said than done.
We're top of the table.
Where you want to be?
We're mid-January.
10 games to go for.
We've a lot of tough away days ahead of us.
And 10 games go. Will you need the 30 points?
Yeah.
Oh, they will. They'll need 39.
That's a big
We
jump.
39 or 10 games.
No, what?
Carl
No,
Vorderman.
no, what? No, 39 would
Well,
be
Navig's
4.
good.
No, wait now. 39 would be 4
3
points.
10, bud.
10 games left, he said. You need
No,
the
what I
next
mean in
30
total. In total
total.
points, that's what I mean.
Yeah, no.
39 minimum points, yeah. That's what I mean.
And you have strength in depth, have you?
Yeah,
Coming off the bench.
Plenty of it, yeah.
And what about you? You challenging?
No, we're young. We could beat a team under there.
I want to make a statement. If Hanover won a trophy, it's a fucking disgrace.
The art of deflection.
You're in transition, though. Aren't you?
Yeah, well, we're getting better.
In transition, it's the 5th year.
No, it's not. 5th year.
I know, you'll be back. You're big, right?
Good, yeah. Yeah, it's good individual players.
I tell you, Hanover are the strongest juvenile, I would put up there as one of the strongest juvenile clubs outside of Dublin.
What's the youths?
Youths are
What's
excellent.
the youth player? Young lad scores all the goals.
Aaron Cunningham Burke.
Leave it so, will you? An enigma.
Are they supposed to be unbelievable?
But the juveniles, the juveniles work there is
It's hard to get him from the
absolutely
one, like, not hard. It's he plays in the youths.
Yeah.
And it's like he can go buy a player then stop and go by him again
Yeah.
and buried in the top corner. Like, he's ridiculous amount of goals. And I'm trying to get him, if you beat a player in the Premier, you can't turn around
Stay
again,
going.
stay going.
Yeah, 'cause he
Like,
won't
I mean,
get
a
away
good
with it.
defender pick up on that and catch it. Now, in fairness to him, he's after scoring goals in the Premier, which I thought he'd be very, very hard for him to do.
Yeah.
But there's no way.
Badger Brennan texts me, the manager of Pats. The B team are in the Carlow Cup because their league is so small in the league games. So it's just full Badger Brennan, hasn't it?
The episode of him was very good.
Papa,
Actually.
someone told me your microphone is off.
Who's?
Dee Malone texted me and said, I haven't heard from these lads in 20 years.
See, Damo brings star quality, boy. Like having Kim Kardashian over there.
Everyone's going, who's your man in the corner saying nothing?
With the big eyes.
Why did they bring a cut-out of Damien Granny?
yeah, just sat there.
Would you like to see him going further, or would you like to see him staying with the club now?
Who?
That young chap.
Oh, he's going to America in the summer, sure.
Scholarship.
He's on a scholarship, yeah.
Brilliant. Good.
See what that goes. He doesn't know, but
See, a lot of them come back from that.
yeah,
That's
it's hard.
thing.
Like, it's hard.
It's all condensed into 3 or 4 months.
No, he's an easy chap to get along with. He mixes in very well.
Good.
But it's very, very hard for him. But look, all you can do is support him, see where he goes.
I was going to say, Carlow has a great connection with America. You're always fucking sending
Pierre
things out to America.
Grogan. Pierre Grogan's over there, no sign for Austin. He's gone back over to pre-season, gone home for
Great
Christmas.
touch.
there.
He sponsored a set of jerseys for Crit Yard. See
Yeah,
that?
he gave him his first professional jersey.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay, all right, Podge.
3 on, no?
3 on.
Yeah, I told you, I didn't have to win.
Yeah.
89 minutes. Who's going to get the winner?
Wayne got tired.
But we had the Pass for Soccer scholarship here, sure. Ray Curran ran it for years.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of lads from Carlow Kilkenny went to America on the back of that. A lot. Lads, we better finish up. It's fucking ridiculous.
It's only half time, isn't it?
Only 1 hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
It's
That's all, yeah.
Fucking starving. Aside
Extra
from that
time.
all day.
Yeah.
Lads,
McDonald's as well.
thanks very much for coming on.
Lads, it was a pleasure.
Brilliant.
Lads, it was a
Brilliant.
pleasure.
Absolutely
Cheers, boys.
fucking brilliant.
That was
I
very
listen-
good, yeah.
I listen to you every week.
We'll have you up. We'll have you up to our
Yeah.
one.
You're getting better and better and better and better. And I don't think the beauty about this is, lads, is we're not in competition.
No,
because
no,
you
it's
can park a
great.
podcast and you can listen to it whenever the fuck you want.
No.
Like, you're not EastEnders, we're not Coronation Street. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're not going against each other.
No,
You know what I mean? So-
but like, Damo put me onto you and I've been listening to it and I really enjoy it. I really do, because it's honest and it's ordinary football men just talking.
Yeah.
Sure.
And it's
What you see is what you get.
yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is brilliant. Like. And listen, I've enjoyed myself tonight.
Yeah.
anyway.
And it was
Credit to you
good
for
crack.
everything you're doing as well.
Yeah,
Thanks
Yeah,
very much.
credit. And listen,
Damien, listen, credit to you, to be fair. Fair play to you. You're a real soldier. You know what I mean? You're a
I feel
real
like
soldier.
I tell you
I
what,
should have him on a
if he was a soldier, I'd shoot him in the back of the head.
You wouldn't be in front of me anyway, that's for sure. Hiding again.
Correct, I would.
A massive thanks to the guys the other side of this glass, Paddy and James.
Cheers, lads.
Thanks very much, lads, for giving us this facility. We are delighted with it, and
It's
like I said
brilliant.
at the start, we can't wait working together going forward.
Love to see something like this in Kilkenny.
Yeah,
Some spot, isn't it?
100%.
We will return the favour to you, boys.
Yeah,
Definitely.
we'll
just
definitely
call
have you
us
up,
in.
lads.
As always, Pop, it's not my podcast.
It's not my podcast.
It's Carlow Soccer's podcast. It's your podcast, lads. Thanks for watching in. Good luck and God
Over
bless.
now.
Cheers, lads. Thanks very
lads.
much.
Jeez, I'm exhausted.
Good stuff, isn't it? Warm in here, man.
Yeah.
Like a sauna. It's a fitness
Next
camp for you.
podcast I go on with you, I'm not talking.
It's a lie.
Is this camera still on? Promise.
I'm not
Promise.
talking, I'm telling you.
Promise.
I'm going to sit there and not open my mouth
I bet you won't.
for at least 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's about as much you hold.
There's an image of you now when you're
I tell you what, lads, I love talking to people.